Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? How is everybody? Hello Shannon, hey Checkered Past, which is out to lunch. D-Lee, how you going? Who else have we got? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Kai, how you going? Alex, how you going? Sheila, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Faith, how you going? D-Lee, I said, I think. MJ, how you going? Who else have we got? Leisha, how you going? Tiki Doll, how you going? Okay, everyone's here. Okay, it's been a very, very interesting week. I've been off in my garden. I had to take a break and just go to the garden. So what I'm going to do is, apart from showing you everyone who's here, F the WEF till the day I die. Great name. Said on your left we have Jacob Rothschild. On your right we have Prince Edward, Duke of Kent and Grand Master of English Freemasonry. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh wow. They do look very much alike, don't they? Oh dear, you know that most of them are related. You know, through just keep the bloodline going, you know. Dave Rubin said, hello, YouTube CEO, Neil Mohan. I don't even know who that is. Anyway, Hamas says all their leadership in Qatar is using state-owned Al Jazeera TV to call for terrorist attack all over the world. YouTube is their main live stream platform. Are you comfortable with being the distribution network for calls for mass takeout? The Imam of Peace, at 40 seconds of this clip, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh orders his followers around the world to join the violence, each person in his or her own way. Proudly aired by Al Jazeera TV that uses Hamas buildings for its office. So let's go into about 40, where's about 40 seconds?
تكون واضحة.
I can't understand him.
الأمر الأول أن طوفان القدس بدأ من غزة.
I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm not going to play it, I don't know what he's saying. But anyway, this is what people have said. Okay? Now, I have been remaining neutral on this because it's the fog of war. We don't know what's going on, okay? So I've been staying neutral until I find out more information. Now, the more people that I find are backing Hamas, the more I'm on Israel's side on this. And if they say what happened actually happened, Nobody should be killing anybody. This should not be... Hamas has been accused of attacking innocent Israeli civilians. And Israel has said that they try not to hit any innocent people. Make up your own mind. But I've got more on Palestine itself and them being the owners of the land. That was a takeover as well. Clandestine said, you'll remember the ghost of Kiev when the internet circulated unverified reports of a legendary pilot that was taking out ridiculous numbers of Russian aircraft. Turned out it was 100% fabricated. Remember Snake Island? When we were told 90 Ukrainian forces heroically refused to surrender and they were slaughtered by Russian military, turned out Russia took all of them alive and they surrendered willingly. Remember when the media were using old photos from Syria and footage from video game simulators? My point is that war propaganda is real and Western media have been producing it in Ukraine and for decades before that. As it pertains to Israel, Palestine, we don't know what reports are real, what is being exaggerated, who is behind what, but history would suggest that everything the official narrative says now will end up being vastly different later on. I wish we didn't have to think like this, but the media have proven themselves to be not just inaccurate, but intentionally distorting and manipulating the truth to control public perception and advance their agenda, especially in the early stages of a new war when narratives are being established. They've done this for years, social engineering. Needless to say, there's a lot of disinformation out there. Stay frosty. I'm trying, mate. Trying to stay a bit frosty here. Yeah, but the more, look at who's backing Hamas and Palestine, okay? Just look at who they are, and you'll come to the realisation, maybe that I've had, that, and the Israeli people, look, it doesn't matter whether you believe in Zionists or, you know, Israel, whatever, it's the people higher up. It's not the innocent people on the ground. A lot of them are innocent people. Proud Army, they've been used by, you know, the Balfour whatever it's called, the Declaration, you know what I'm talking about. Proud Army brats said when Trump learned that terrorist leader Qasem Soleimani was making his plans to blow up the military bases in the Middle East, the US, he tracked his plane's landing. The moment the Iran monster got into his car, a missile dropped from a drone blowing him up. That's how Trump dealt with terrorists. So people saying that this guy, Soleimani, was a good guy, he wasn't. Honest to God, he was not. Campbell Newman said, hey, Markwell lawyers, oh, there's someone in Australia, I think. They were saying this, that gas the people, the Jewish people, is not a wrong opinion. It's actually a serious offence under a number of different Australian laws. What sort of law firm doesn't understand this? Because that's what these people have been saying. And why shouldn't a non-citizen lawbreakers be deported? Mark Hugh lawyers said next time a Liberal politician proclaims the success of our multicultural nation, remind them that their leader wants to deport brown people who have the wrong opinions. When you're calling for death, that's not a wrong opinion. That's actually illegal. Sorry, but it is. You can have free speech. That does not mean that everything you say is free from consequences. Look at me, I've been deleted twice. I face consequences all the time. General Mike Flynn said this is an urgent message for all Americans. America has a grave national security threat pointed like a dagger at the throat of every American. Since Biden became president, between 7 to 10 million foreign nationals have crossed our borders. They come from all parts of the globe, including the Middle East and North African states that sponsor terror, including Syria, Iraq, Iran, and the Palestinian territories, and no one has any idea who they are. They must stop, and stop immediately. The American people have had enough. Join our team at America's Future, and there's a link here, which I will repost for anyone who wants that link. The same goes, they've been doing the same to Australia, the UK, Canada, New Zealand, as far as I know, most countries. This is the agenda. Now, are they doing that because of what's happening right now? Because we've got people from all over the world who are Palestinians standing up calling for today. But I believe in the US is the 13th, Friday the 13th, they're calling for a day of jihad. And by the way, everyone vote no. If you're in Australia and you're going to vote today, please think about it. New music, Pretty Communism by the Aussie Senators. Pretty Communism, that's what we need, a world that's equal, a world that's free. It's never worked, so let's try it again. Capitalism's giving you everything you need. The Aussie Senators, apparently there's a new song out. Oh, what is it? Can we listen? I don't know. Shivers. Can we listen? I don't know if we can. Oh, no. No, got to log in or something to listen to it, do I? Do I? Yep, I have to log in to listen to it. Okay, well, we won't be listening to that. Maybe it's a good thing because copyright. Jen Griffin said, let's be clear, before Israel there was a British mandate, not a Palestinian mandate. Before the British mandate there was an Ottoman Empire, not a Palestinian state. Before the Ottoman Empire there was the Islamic State of the Mamluks of Egypt, not a Palestine state. Before the Islamic State of the Mamluks of Egypt there was the Ayyubid Empire, not a Palestine state. Godfrey IV of Boulogne, also known as Godfrey de Bouillon, conquered of Jerusalem in 1099. Before the things I can't pronounce, the Ayyubid Empire, there was the Frankish and Christian Kingdom of Jerusalem, not a Palestine state. Before the Kingdom of Jerusalem, there was the Umayyad and Fatimid empires, not a Palestine state. Before the Umayyad and Fatimid empires, there was the Byzantine Empire, not a Palestine state. Before the Byzantine Empire, there were the Sassanids, not a Palestine state. Before the Sassanid Empire, there was the Byzantine Empire, not a Palestine state. Before the Byzantine Empire, there was the Roman Empire, not a Palestine state. Before the Roman Empire, there was the Hasmonean state, not a Palestine state. Before the Hasmonean state, there was the Seleucid, not a Palestine state. Before the Seleucid Empire, there was the Empire of Alexander the Great, not a Palestine state. Before the Empire of Alexander the Great, there was the Persian Empire, not a Palestine state. Before the Persian Empire, there was the Babylonian Empire, not a Palestine state. Before the Babylonian Empire, there were the kingdoms of Israel and Judea, not a Palestine state. Before the kingdom of Israel and Judea, there was the kingdom of Israel, not a Palestine state. Before the kingdom of Israel, there was the theocracy of the 12 tribes of Israel, not a Palestine state. Before the theocracy of the 12 tribes of Israel, there was an agglomeration of independent Canaanite city kingdoms, not a Palestine statehood. Actually, in this piece of land, there has been everything except a Palestinian state. And from what I've heard, do not take this as gospel, but from what I've heard, the Palestinians were the ones who went in and they're just like roaming refugees. I don't know. Okay, I'm not saying that's what it is, but I would take all of that into consideration. And it's the same, look, in Australia, the Aboriginals were not the first people here. Okay? So, I mean, we're about to find out what the truth is, I believe. And part of that is learning all of this history that we've been taught is mostly a lie. And you've got pro-Palestinians, and I was that way many, many years ago. I was sort of on that side because I was a lefty. Okay? I was on that side. And that's what I believed. But as time went on, I realised how important Israel actually is. So, and read the Bible if you don't believe me. Judette 30 said, replying to Josie Amy Cashman, oh, Marbo. There's this thing they've come out with in the last few years. The Marbo High Court judgment has no relevance to mainland Australia. Keating's globalist government, however, worked with the United Nations to ensure the Marbo decision was seen as an international precedent, thus creating an Australia in which Australians cannot own land under the UN communal native title. It is estimated that by 2030, UN Communitive Title will cover 80% of the Australian territory. It was achieved by lying to the Australian people and distorting history, such as by inventing a word, Mabo. Mabo is the case about the Torres Strait Islands off the coast of New Guinea, annexed by Queensland in 1879. It is important to remember that Aboriginal people are not related to Torres Strait Islanders, who are of the Melanesian race, as in Papua New Guinea. There's more betrayal here. A pseudo-law language called terra nullius was used in the Mabo case as well. As a fabricated language introduced into Australian law by Lionel Murphy in 1979, a disgraced former High Court judge who had influenced Australian law by opening up the Constitution to allow UN treaties to centralise the tyranny of the federal government, terra nullius is a fabricated language. Although the Mabo case was allegedly based on terra nullius, it was actually derived from an Algerian case from 1975. Terra nullius is applicable to a land dispute in 1975 in Western Sahara. It is not the basis for Australian settlement. As a result of the Mabo case, Paul Keating used UN communal native title lands to cover mainland Australia. A few weeks after the Mabo judgment, Robert Tickner was at UN headquarters in Geneva drafting the Native Title Act. Australia and the United Nations, see footnote, following the UN's draft of the Native Title Land Law, Keating pushed it through Parliament into law after consulting with 5 Judas goats. Lewitcher, O'Donoghue, Noel Pearson. That sounds like the guy who's one of the front speakers for The Voice. Sol Bellier, Marsha Langton, and David Ross, Marsha Langton being another one. Among these Judas goats is Noel Pearson, who is responsible for the introduction of UN communal native title and the end of Australian home ownership. The head Judas goat is Noel Pearson, who is backed by billionaires from tax havens who are the worst insider traders. The Canberra Swamp Compromise Uni Party paid Noel $550 million to be an insider trader, and Australians can now clearly see that. There are 3,000 Aboriginals living in Cape York with a low life expectancy whom Noel Pearson hasn't done anything for, which is saddening for all of us. There is no doubt that Noel Pearson is an obnoxious Judas goat who treats every Australian like a fool, and then he makes pompous statements about returning to the heartland of Mabo now. We are witnessing the unravel of their plot, which has been in planning and execution for many decades. Rather than use Aboriginal people worldwide as a scapegoat for the UN's land grab criminal conspiracy, the Australian people say no to it. It is now our duty to see them held accountable for this crime of the century. And then we had the response, which said, Mabo, entrapment of Indigenous people in poverty by never allowing individual owning of land and being forever treated as subject to the Native Title Council, it's a kind of slavery. So the Indigenous people of the country, if they're backing this, are backing their own slavery. Worse than they already have it. It's not going to be good for them either. Believe me. So please, if you're in Australia today, please vote no. This is insane. Can't let this happen. Michael Seifert said, when you see BLM blatantly supporting terrorism against Israel, never forget that America's largest Fortune 100 companies donated thousands of dollars to the BLM Global Network Foundation. They include Uggs, Amazon, Gatorade, Microsoft, Warner Records, Intel, Xbox, and Microsoft Games, Nabisco, Square Enix, Lululemon, Airbnb, Unilever, Dropbox, and a whole lot more. To discover the largest network of businesses that have never donated to the Marxist and corrupt BLM organisation, check out America's Marketplace. I'm going to retweet this. So if anyone wants to know about America's Marketplace, Public Square. Okay? Do we have anything like that here in Australia? Can anyone tell me? Poppy Daddy said, well, it's true. Maybe we aren't conspiracy theorists. Maybe we just see something that you don't. Maybe we've learned something that you haven't. Maybe we understand a pattern that you don't see yet. Maybe we see through the propaganda. Maybe we're trying to show you what we see. Despite being ridiculed and shamed, maybe we're just trying to help you. I highly agree with that one. Because once you know, you know. You can't unknow what you know. 40 Heads says so many people are directly against Israel because of so many false teachings rooted in replacement theology. The idea that the church had replaced the Jews as God's chosen seemed fitting before they were brought back. Fulfilling Ezekiel 37. At that point, real Christians understood their errors and repented. Needing a terrible spiritual enemy, the core of every person, people look past the devil for something more tangible. The lessons learned in years of wars have never been forgotten. Hate and prejudice continue. Ezekiel 37:21-22. Then say to them, Thus says the Lord God, surely I will take the children of Israel among the nations, wherever they have gone, and will gather them from every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land, on the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king over them all, and they shall no longer be two nations, nor shall they ever be divided into two kingdoms again. So there you go. They were scattered all over the four corners of the world, weren't they? Was that? I'm pretty sure that was the Jewish people. Patriot said Trump tells a story on how Netanyahu backed out on operation to take out terrorist Soleimani, but Trump took him out anyway.
Anybody, but we had to do it. He was going to blow up our installations all over, kill many people, many people.
Thank you, Twitter. Now they're doing it here. Oh no, that's Hev's back, mate. No wonder. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And wounded people beyond recognition. And Israel was going to do this with us, and it was being planned and working on it for months. And now we had everything all set to go. And the night before it happened, I got a call that Israel will not be participating in this attack. Nobody's heard this story before, but I like to tell it to Club 47 because you've been so loyal and so beautiful. And I said, what does this mean? We're working on it with them. Why? They didn't tell us why, sir, but they're not doing it. This was a day before. I said, I don't like that. That's not good. I looked at one of my generals who's fantastic, a warrior. I'm telling you, we have unbelievable military, unbelievable warriors. Just not the guys you see on television. They're real stiffs, real dopes. But these guys are warriors. They don't want to be on television. They want to win fights, okay? They want to win battles. And I said to him, General, what do you want to do? Sir, we can do whatever you'd like to do, sir. We can finish it ourselves, sir, if you'd like. I said, well, do we need them? Not at all, sir. I said, so what do you want to do, General? Sir, we have it under control if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, we understand. Whatever you say, sir, is okay with us. I said, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because what this guy did to our soldiers, what this guy did to so many people, including many civilians, including many of his own people, just blew them to pieces by the tens of thousands. Let's do it. And he came onto the plane, and we followed him right from the Situation Room. We followed the whole thing, and about 15 seconds later, it was all over, and we did it. But I'll never forget that Bibi Netanyahu let us down. That was a very terrible thing, I will say that. And so when I see sometimes the intelligence, you talk about the intelligence, or you talk about some of the things that went wrong over the last week, they've got to straighten it out because they're fighting potential.
Okay. He also said Club 47, which is someone was saying something about he changed Club 45 to Club 47 in the chat. Did I see that somewhere? Who was that? Somebody said it in the chat anyway, before, I think. Okay, so clown down under Peter Dutton's call for people who attend illegal protests in Sydney on visas to be deported. I agree. Oh dear. Okay, now we're going back. What's the... Come On Man said what the Voice debate shows is that when Labor blows hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars, they will not win. The mess they've created is extraordinary. Albo should resign Monday. His position is totally untenable. And I agree with that. The Australian Electoral Commission has already told them their voices would be counted, and now we have woke cult minion members being bussed all over the country. Arcanius said, I walked into early voting place in Brunswick. Homie from the AEC just handed me a stack of ballots and said, go nuts. Gonna head back tomorrow if anyone wants to join. Trillionaire said, I voted 10 times today. How many times have you voted? How disgusting. I hope that's not what's going on. I hope the no votes just so outweigh that they can't even cheat. God help us if they do. Chill Out said, so you support this type of protest? In North London we have Islamists openly chanting F the Jews and do things to their daughters on the streets with zero consequences.
Fuck them infants, fuck all of us, fuck their mothers, fuck their daughters, and show them support for Palestine. Shut them out, rape their daughters, if you have to send a message like that. Free.
Clowns. This video is from May 2021. 4 people arrested. I don't know. It's going on a lot. There's people in Sydney doing it. George Papadopoulos said AOC is panicking. Why? What's going on? They're coming for their own. Oh dear. Okay. Brian S. said, how many more like him hiding secretly? Indigenous leader Jeff Clark to stand trial on 380 fraud-related charges involving $2 million. How many frauds out there? A lot. Aussiebot said, we're winning, you know. Building the army. You the people have the power. You the people just forgot how to play. Together you are strong, apart you are weak. They want you divided. They want race wars. They want religious wars. They want political wars. They want you divided. Learn. Forgotten country, learn. Stay strong. Stay together. This is more important than you can imagine. And it's in response to Kanga vote no. Bernie tells Australians you can go now. You should hear this. Listen to this.
Something that would actually unite us. Well, the poll suggests that most Australians don't believe a word of that, and no wonder, because let me now show you the end of a documentary that SBS ran the other day about Aboriginal artist and activist Richard Bell. It's a documentary by activist and academic Larissa Beerant, who identifies as Aboriginal, and it ends the film with Bernie and other Aboriginal activists not being very uniting at all.
You know, James Cook planted the flag down on Possession Island. So that's all he claimed as far as I'm concerned. So everybody should be just shifted there, and then they can apply, you know, for a passport if they want. They can all move to Possession Island, but just go there. You can go now.
You can go now.
You can go now.
You can go now.
Go now.
Are you still here?
You can go now.
You can go now.
The f*** off.
Joining me is the Tuesday panel, Stephanie Bastian, research.
How nice is that? That's our one of them was our politicians. Oh dear. Okay, the opinionated black woman auntie said queers for Palestine. It's like chicken for KFC. Chickens for KFC, yes. You know, in Palestine, they'll hang you for being queer. Throw you off a building. Do people know that? What was this one? Elon Musk parody. Love is the answer. Elon Musk. Me. In dire times, love can be the answer we need. Let's have a listen. Joe Rogan and Elon.
This may sound corny.
It does sound corny,
but love is the answer.
It is the answer.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It sounds corny because we're all scared. You know, we're all scared of trying to love people, being rejected, or someone taking advantage of you because you're trying to be loving.
Sure.
But if we all could just relax and love each other.
Wouldn't hurt to have more love in the world.
It definitely wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
This may sound corny.
It does sound.
I agree with the message. There should be more love in the world. Okay. Don Cole said, tagged Burrow Savex, whose side is this pathetic PM of Australia on should be criminal charge. Too soon. Albanese sides with... Who's he siding with?
The response of Israel has been to meet children throwing rocks with helicopter gunships, with tanks.
Okay, so he's supporting Palestine. People wonder why I've jumped and sort of gone, okay, I'm leaning more towards Israel because of the people who are supporting Palestine, but I still don't know if this is like... I'm still not sure whether this is actually going on. Next one is Clown World. Wait for it. Now, this is what I'm talking about when you look like a baboon's bottom. Check this out. I like the guy, actually. Oh, seriously. How can women do this to their lips? It doesn't look nice. Do you think this looks nice? Does anybody think this looks nice? Oh my God. Seriously, women have got to stop doing that to themselves. It looks bloody ridiculous. It looks like that thing out of Tales from the Crypt. Oh dear God. It doesn't even... Oh. Look, women, you look natural. You look better natural. I meme, therefore I am, said breaking New York Supreme Court holds ruling that struck down COVID vaccine mandate for health workers. The ruling by the Appellate Division of New York State Supreme Court means that even though the state rescinded its COVID-19 vaccine mandate for healthcare workers, an earlier Supreme Court ruling that struck down the mandate will stand, meaning the state's health department, governor and health commissioner lack the legal authority to institute any mandates in the future. Now, with this, I'm going to go back to my other account because that's where a lot more stuff is. If you're wondering why I'm looking confused, because I was on the wrong account. Well, no, I had stuff to read from both. I've been bookmarking from both. It's confusing having two Twitter accounts. Okay, Machiavelli said, replying to Elon Musk, said, you have to admit it, Elon, USA was much better off when we were energy independent under Trump. And what did Elon say? Falcon Heavy side boosters landing. Okay. Anyway, Machiavelli has put that in. Oh, this is what he's talking about. Shut down that pipeline. Shut down those refineries. We're going to end fossil fuels. High gas prices. Not my fault, Jack. Who voted for this potato? Dane said, October the 12th, 1960, Otoya Yamaguchi plunged a samurai sword into the leader of the Socialist Party of Japan on live TV. Communists never had a chance to take root in any meaningful way in Japan after that. Let's go back. I can't show you the whole thing, but anyway, it actually, it's the whole footage, okay? Oh no. Oh no. I will repost it. 1,000 eagles, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumours of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. In the end, Jesus wins, so get your life right with the Father and claim victory no matter what. He gives us all free will to do whatever, but all of our choices come with consequences. And what we are witnessing today is the consequences of the evil choices that has been unleashed in our society, our culture, our lives, and our world for that matter. It's time to stand, even if we feel like David as he faces Goliath. Again, Jesus wins regardless. God wins. Okay, CC said top richest Democrat, Susan Rice. Susan Rice joined Obama's cabinet in 2009 after receiving Senate confirmation to be the United Nations ambassador. Later, she served as National Security Advisor during President Barack Obama's second term. Rice was among the wealthiest members of the Biden White House team, dramatically increased her wealth since her previous White House job during the Obama administration, reporting between $36 million and $149 million in various assets in a disclosure filing released in 2021. Suzanne Rice allegedly made her money through a combination of public and private sector work, speaking engagements, consulting, real estate, investments, book deals, and political connections. Susan Rice has served on the boards of Netflix, the BlackRock Investment Institute, and a variety of other organisations. Is anyone surprised? Rice's first financial disclosure, filed in 2008, included investments ranging from fossil fuels and large financial institutions to pharmaceuticals and holding in Las Vegas casinos owned by the Republican mega donors Sheldon Adelson and Steve Wynn. A Democrat invested in oil and gas, yet pushing for climate change? Doesn't make much sense, does it? But the tax dollars, they go out and they go to, like, we're going to help this country. And it goes back and into the pockets. Truth Now said Trump, there can be no coexistence with this violence. There can be no tolerating, no accepting it, no excusing it, and no ignoring it. Every time a terrorist murders an innocent person and falsely invokes the name of God, it should be an insult to every person of faith. Look, this is what taking the Lord's name in vain means. You claim you're killing people in God's name. That is taking the Lord's name in vain. Let's have a listen.
There can be no coexistence with this violence. There can be no tolerating it, no accepting it, no excusing it, and no ignoring it. Every time a terrorist murders an innocent person and falsely invokes the name of God, it should be an insult to every person of faith. Terrorists do not worship God. They worship death. If we do not act against this organized terror, then we know what will happen and what will be the end result. Terrorism's devastation of life will continue to spread. Peaceful societies will become engulfed by violence, and the futures of many generations will be sadly squandered. If we do not stand in uniform...
Okay, so there you go. Just one sec, guys. I'm just going to close this window. It should make it a little bit quieter. Okay, Flim Flam said Hamas was created by Israeli and US intelligence service to counteract Yasser Arafat. Ron Paul explains. Was it? I used to always follow this natural news. I don't know now, though. I really don't know. But anyway, I can't even find the bloody story. Okay, well, you make your own mind up. Leading report said, breaking, Governor Katie Hobbs has been accused of violating Arizona's RICO Act, which includes bribery, racketeering, money laundering, drug trafficking, human trafficking, aiding and abetting the Sinaloa cartel, and election fraud. Gift of the Gab said, unfortunately, this is true not only of the United States, but almost in every Western nation worldwide, and the Western media is complicit in fomenting it. Machiavelli said, if you haven't figured it out by now, our entire government is a huge mafia who launders our taxpayer money right back to themselves through foreign aid and endless wars. They all hate you and could care less if you suffer and die horrible deaths as long as they get rich. I believe that's true. Clandestine said, wow, CNN reporter Sarah Sidner, who's responsible for the viral segment about the now debunked beheaded babies report, apologises for the mistake. She admits that Israel now cannot confirm the report and she is sorry and she should have been more careful with her words. She says, yesterday the Israeli Prime Minister's office said that it confirmed Hamas beheaded babies and children while we were live on the air. The Israeli government now says it cannot confirm babies were beheaded. I need to be more careful with my words and I'm sorry. Well, at least she apologised, but still, that's not... If this person's a reporter... Are you serious? I don't call myself a reporter, and sometimes I'm wrong. I'll come on and let you know when I'm wrong, which is quite often until we figure out what's going on. You need time. Time will tell you what's going on. Lady Tigress, those were the days, my friend. Those were the days, my friend, we thought would never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. Anyway, this all will more than likely be swept under the corrupt rug of Joe Biden, the big guy. Hunter and James Biden's deadline to comply with subpoena has passed. What's going on? Michael, replying to J.K. Rowling, shows this. Actual Nazis, right? Versus the trans activists, okay? So, what did the actual Nazis do? Well, they sterilised children. What are trans activists doing? Sterilising children. Actual Nazis were homophobic. Trans activists are homophobic. How are they homophobic? Anyway, actual Nazis, sadistic doctors experiment on mentally ill patients. Trans activists, sadistic doctors experiment on mentally ill patients. Actual Nazis promoted eugenics. Trans activists promotes eugenics. Actual Nazis were threatened by free speech. Trans activists are threatened by free speech. Actual Nazis were really into flags. Trans activists are really into flags. Actual Nazis relied on government propaganda to enforce population-wide compliance with regressive ideology. Trans activists rely on government propaganda to enforce population-wide compliance with regressive ideology. So there you go. Maybe they are homophobic. I don't know. They're weird, the trans activists. I don't know. ZZZ said, meanwhile, as the world burns, don't lose sight of the push behind the curtains. Oh, I watched something very, very funny on Klaus Schwab. I read something funny.
We meet for the 20th. I hope I will have the pleasure still to be invited for the meeting. When we meet for the 20th Governance Summit, you will use the app like Uber, but not anymore to call some driver, but automatically guided car, a self-driven car, will come to your hotel or wherever you are and will bring you to the airport. No, Los Angeles is one of the cities with the heaviest traffic, who told me in 2030 Los Angeles will be private car driven free. And this will allow to transform highways into parks and other public spheres.
Okay, I read an article the other day. There's mutiny at the WEF because Klaus Schwab has not picked a next in line, okay? So they're all arguing with each other now. This was 8 months ago this article came out, that's why I'm not really reading it. But there was a mutiny at the WEF, and Klaus is 82 years old, and people are worried who's going to take over next. No one's organised enough to take over. And so you got to kind of laugh. And not only that, you know how he said there were driverless cars? Well, I recently seen, and I hope I bookmarked it, driverless cars causing a, like, peak hour traffic. They're all trying to get different ways, and it's just not, they're all at a standstill. So good luck with that, mate. Elaine Stein said, remove the man-made division and we come together. Watch this. This is interesting. Hang on. I'll try and make it big. Let's go back to the beginning. Check this out. Oh, hello. Ready? There you go, mate. That is really what it seems like humanity's doing at the moment. Dixie loves America and Trump said, let's MAGA and make this tune #1. Trump Latinos, we made a new anthem for the Patriot movement. Show us some love and support. Let's have a listen.
Hey, little so misunderstood. Indicting presidents got us waking up in the hood. Can't turn into a communist country, I pray to God. They gon' try to lock us down, enforce martial law. But I'm a brave heart with a gun in my drawer. Just stand up and fight, we need all of y'all. Latinos for Trump, presidential hefe. They put Biden in the White House, sent us back a decade. God bless the USA. Make America great. Let's make America great. God bless the USA. Make America great. Let's make America great. Land of the free, we need unity. Home of the brave, be all that you can be. Make a change for our community. It's time to make a change.
This is the home of the brave and the land of the free.
Oh, that was good. I was just getting into it. Oh, that's pretty good, man. Seriously. I might even retweet that one. Another good one. Joker said flight routes around the world, right? Now, check this out. I'm going to make it bigger first. Yeah, because you'd think it'd be easy, right? Just watch this. I don't know if there's music behind it, so... Oh, there is. Okay, let's not have the music and just... Auckland to Lima, Peru stops in Los Angeles. How does that work? It works on a flat map, on the flat earth map, but look at the round one. Why not just go there? Straight there. Because you have to go through there to get to there. Buenos Aires to New Delhi stops in Amsterdam. Doesn't really make sense when you could go right across there. Johannesburg to Wellington, New Zealand stops in Doha. Doha's up here, why not just go straight round there? But on a flat map, flat earth map, makes more sense. Montevideo to Perth crosses the equator 2 times. It makes more sense on this is the flat earth, this is the world. Sydney to Lima, Peru stops in Los Angeles, up here. Why not just go straight across? Sydney to Mexico City stops in Los Angeles. It makes sense on the flat earth, but not on... Why not just go straight over? Why not? Look at this one, Wellington to Lima. Instead of going like this, why don't they just go straight across? But it makes sense when it's flat. I don't know, I'm not saying either way, but I'm just showing people. Trump girl said, you're an animal, get a job. Oh, is this Talib? I don't know, well, let's have a look. Hang on, I'll make it big. Getting pulled out of, I don't know, something.
You guys are crazy!
You're an animal! Get a job!
Anyway, she got taken out. Sounded like Trump in the background. Was he one making a speech? Peach said God moved yesterday in New York as 5,000 Christians offered mass for Israel and led a massive Eucharistic procession that spanned for blocks throughout the city as the bystanders watched, they were moved to tears. Let's have a little look, see, hang on. I'm going to make it bigger, I'm going to rewind it, let's... Peach said, is there any way to achieve peace when the children in Palestine are taught violence? Very sad. Let's have a listen. We have to make war to prove we're stronger than the Jews. People love Palestine and they are ready to die for Palestine. I want to fight against them, the Jews, and defeat them in war. At school they teach us that Al-Aqsa and all of Palestine is ours. The Jews lie and say that their temple is under the Al-Aqsa mosque. It was never there. He hates the Jews. Yes, they teach us that the Zionists are our enemy. And we must fight them. They teach us that Jews are terrorists. At school they teach us about Jews. They teach us that they are bad people, that they killed our young. They teach us in school that Jews are fickle, bad people. Oh, this kid's ready to take one out and drive a car over them. He will fight. Ram a car into them. Constantly take. Oh my God. I'm not even.
ايش اكيد هدول العمليات ترفع الراس لفلسطين. العمليات هاي تاعت الدعس والسكاكين هاي اشي بيرفع الراس لفلسطين.
اذا بدك بطلع بستشهد عادي. انا ان شاء الله اساعد الشباب وان شاء الله اصير مقاوم بالمستقبل مع الدولة الإسلامية.
I don't know, anyone who teaches their kid that much hate, seriously. Holy shit. Barmer Jeans says Starbucks union stands in solidarity with Hamas. These young purple-haired fools don't even realise that most of them would be thrown off the highest building around by the same animals that they are supporting. Foolish kids. I've got no idea. Trump War Room said, watch your step, Joe. Here he goes again. Tripping over twice. Well, not real steady on the feet. Hang on to that bloody rail, mate. Oh dear. Now we'll see something come out with Trump. Maybe with a tennis racket this time. I don't know. Maybe the golf ball again. Dan Harrington said, Delta. What happens when too many people don't buy what they're selling? What happens when too many people wake up? What happens when they lose control of the digital battlefield? Mr. Russia collusion pusher himself now involved? Knowingly. Which one, Adam Schiff? Aussie Cossack said traffic control crews on night shift are deploying important community messages around Sydney tonight. Vote no. Oh, vote no, stop elbow. Good on them. Good on you road workers. Traffic control crews. Well done. Dan Scavino Jr. said there can be no coexistence with this violence. I've already played that. Couldn't remember what I had bookmarked. Clown World said, damn. Okay, let's have a look. Hang on. Pause it. Make it go back to the beginning. Make it bigger. This doesn't go well for this guy.
Come on! Come on!
Yeah, that's pepper spray. Oh, ouch.
I told you to grab a big bag and shut the fuck up and you wouldn't listen. How'd that work out for you, cupcake? Boom, boom, motherfucking who? Don't choke, bitch.
Oh, shit. He just gave that nigga a shower, bro.
Anyway, he was so excited at the beginning and it all just went really bad for him now, didn't it? Do you need pepper spray or some sort of protection? Clown World again, here's another really weird video. Okay. Catfishing at the max. Ready?
Jessica, I'm in here. It's me. Hello? This is Jessica. I'm waiting for this Jessica. Who are you? That is me, clearly. We've met. That's you. Goodness. Yes, that's not you. This is a different person. No, that is me.
What? Did you so different?
That is not a picture. I'm all natural. What are you talking about? What? That is not. It's me. Come on. How is that a picture? That doesn't look anything like you. What do you mean it doesn't? It looks nothing like. Look at those eyes. These are these eyes. Are you joking? Well, are you? Dude, you didn't use Facetune. You used Face Swap. That's an entirely different person. So now you're discriminating? And you're telling me that I don't look like. What do you mean? This is our date. We planned this. You're catfishing people. Catfishing nobody. You're a man. A man? Oh. What are you doing on this side of... You're offensive. You're offensive. I am not a man. You're a dog. That's why you got this water bowl. Why are you right now? Ridiculous do I look? You and your little pet rock on your necklace? And you're trying to tell me that I am not her? I am her. It looks nothing like you. You are posing as a woman. That looks nothing like
Goodness.
Posing? Yeah. You're a poser. You look nothing like this person.
Bro, do you see this?
Are you kidding? I'm sitting here waiting for that person to show up. Literally, you've been waiting, and here I am. It's okay to just come up and try to hug me.
Yo. So I guess he thought he was about to be here with a girl, and then she showed up, and he is not happy.
That person's me? Jason. Jason. Jessica. Oh, so now I'm Jessica. You need to stop calling yourself a name that is not yours. You can't just sit here and invent this person and become something. So here I am, and you don't want me? Do you have any idea what you look like? I get that. I look for this is a joke. I'm glad that we started at a coffee shop because now I can report your account. Report? Yeah, you're not a woman. I will report you. Like you're catfishing. I drove 30 minutes. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing? You're embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. I'm not. I am not. You need to take a serious, deep look at your life. Look at these people around here. You're making all the scene. Hey, I'm making a scene. You're making a scene. I'm making a scene. Let me tell you, he's been talking about cuddling and kissing on me for 3 days.
Oh no.
A person that doesn't look anything like this. What? You're using someone else's picture. It's someone else's picture. It's clearly no, you clearly didn't. Just because I'm not in the same outfit.
That's not even the same person.
I can't tell if that is a, like, put on, you know what I mean? If it's like an act or if it's real. But it's certainly interesting. Katie said, how many arrests were made in the evening of the Sydney Opera House rally? Flares burning, flags burning, and Jewish people were told to stay locked up at home like dogs because the streets weren't safe. When did anyone care what Waleed has to say? He's one of our TV presenters in Australia. And I want to know more. What's going on here? Send him back to Egypt to ask why they never took over Gaza when they were offered it by Israel. I don't know. The cops apparently did nothing when there were flares burning and flags burning at the Sydney Opera House. The Socialist Republic of Australia vote no. I think this is like a satire, the Socialist Republic of Australia. Our Kiwi brothers and sisters will hopefully throw Labor out tomorrow. Good luck, guys. May the force be with you. Today, apparently. Good luck, Kiwis. Brad Jammins said, bombshell. I've been given the green light to publish this. Every single premier in Australia is going to prison for life for crimes against humanity, vaccine coercion. The 5 most powerful doctors in Australia have irrefutable evidence against the jab. Stay tuned. Take it with a grain of salt. There's no proof yet. Dan Bongino said, arm yourself. If you're in America, definitely. I don't know what to do in Australia. We've got the same thing. I'll show you in a minute. People are in Australia are obviously standing up for Palestine and calling for a day of jihad here too. That which was yesterday, I think. I'm not sure if it's today or yesterday, because yesterday was our Friday the 13th and today is your Friday the 13th. So who knows? Dr. CIET17 said all these flags need to go away except for the American flag. This is the USA. Our flag flies love our nation here. I never understood why people insist on bringing their flags with them if they're escaping their countries or are no longer interested in living in their countries. You want to be a citizen of the USA? Represent America then. If you're proud of your culture and where you came from, then why are you here and not there? Keep your flags at your house, in your home, America first. Developing, Don LeCrae said, developing Palestine and Israel supporters are fighting in Washington State at a protest. Ah, for God's sake. Enough. Mofo Mofo Biden said, this is what I said when they planted the Venezuelan flag on American soil in Texas. Go back then. Oh dear. Again, the fog of war. Who knows? Rise Health said, expert, a person with high level of knowledge or skill relating to a particular subject or activity who is also continually baffled. Agree? Expert, noun, a person with high level who's continually baffled. Yeah, they're baffled at why all these myocarditis is happening and people are dropping suddenly. And Pauline Hanson said Chinese Australian voters have been told that if they did not support the voice to Parliament, they would be seen as being in favour of war and Nazis by a social media account which purports to be authorised by a Labor MP. So they're saying that if the Chinese Australians vote no, then they're in favour of war and they're Nazis. Dr. CIET17 said Hamas or any other terrorist group tries to start a war on our soil, America, your next move. And I straight away picked locked and loaded because I'm sure that's what America's going to do. Oh, there you go. 90% locked and loaded. Teresa said not all Jews are Zionists and not all Muslims are terrorists. We don't have to pick a side and we don't have to participate in the manufactured divide. Every single thing has been about dividing society. Jabbed, unjabbed, masked, unmasked, Ukraine, Russia, yes vote, no vote, trans or women, gay, straight. The fingers are never pointed firmly at the puppet masters who sit in the background orchestrating the entire charade. John Ruddock, MLC, said, thank you, Ben Fordham Live, for your persistence. New South Wales firefighters who didn't take the COVID jab will be reinstated, though some will still face discipline. But Fire and Rescue New South Wales had admitted at least 3 fireys were injured from the jab. Weren't the dissenters heroes? Lou Dobbs said the United Nations Human Rights Council is a failed experiment, an institutionalised mockery of the professed mission, much like the United Nations itself. Pakistan's UN Human Rights Council member fails to honour Israelis murdered by Hamas in a moment of silence. DC Drano said many are warning about terrorist attack in America by Hamas operatives. If you had any doubt about the veracity of those warnings, just look at how many demonstrations in support of Hamas took place this weekend, just hours after Hamas slaughtered hundreds of civilians. These people are not playing around, and violence against the innocent is their preferred method of communication. Biden removed Trump's travel ban from terrorist nations, and our border's been flooded with millions of fighting-aged men this past year alone. So those Hamas operatives are probably already in here waiting for the green light. Biden is not going to protect us. We must protect ourselves. Godspeed, Patriots. Just protect yourself if you have to, is all I can say. Ryan James Godusky, I've been saying that all wrong, said evil. Gabriel Moronha, video. Crowd at the steps of the Sydney Opera House chants, gas the... and F them. I should be sent home. Easy. And is this what all the immigration that they've been letting in? Who knows? Avi Yemeni, who is an Israeli, Hamas is a listed terror organisation under the Federal Criminal Code. Arguably, standing up in public and supporting Hamas, raping, kidnapping and butchering civilians is an offence in sections 80.2a, b and c. ASIO, Australia, needs to start locking up Albo's mates. Rita Panahai said, meanwhile in Sydney, Muslim faith leader takes a break from promoting the yes vote to celebrate brutal attacks of Israelis. Do you see why I'm more leaning towards Israeli now? Because these are the people that are fucking everything up. Going for the yes vote and now this, and you know, they just want division. That's what they want. Wall Street Silver said Joe Rogan. Bankers say if we don't make enough babies, we'll just import them. Joe said they import immigrants because they're printing more money. Now they're just out of control. 40% of all dollars ever created, printed on the computer, were made in the 3 years.
Just keep printing and printing. The problem you have, you need to have young people. This is the problem. I've spoken to bankers, you know, like real Wall Street guys, and I know them, they're friends, and they say, oh, we have nothing to worry about in America. If we don't make enough babies, we'll just import them. Hence the border being pretty much open. Oh, keep people coming in. That's the idea.
You need immigrants because they're printing more money.
You literally need humans to do stuff. This is what Japan did. The idea is, like Japan, and it's called the Japanese debt trap. You can just printing money, handing it out, which of course is what caused inflation. And now I think they're just out of control. Like 40% of all dollars ever created, which, you know, they're printed basically on a computer, were made in the last 3 years. Just keep printing and printing. The problem you have,
So most of the dollars ever created were created in the last
young people.
3 years. I don't think that's the only reason. It's not just to keep printing out dollars. There's a replacement theory. There's a lot of things going on, but I'll leave it up to you to decide. Jill said, I'll just leave this here and then vote no. What was that? What the was that? Okay, what was what? Let me listen.
They ask to be recognised. They ask to be listened to through a voice to the Parliament. A voice that should be enshrined in the Parliament, not a voice that disappears with the change of any governments. This is an opportunity, my fellow Australians, just like we see the opportunity on our future here. We see that the totems of the kangaroo and the emu are really important.
Oh my God, now I get it. What the was that? She didn't even make any sense. Oh, wow, okay. No wonder the yes vote is failing. Craig Kelly said, how long until the remdesivir lawsuits start in Australia, not just against Gilead for misleading or deceptive conduct for violations of the Australian Competition and Consumer Act, but also against the Therapeutic Goods Australia and National COVID Evidence Task Force for malfeasance. In the US, the widow of a man, I don't know, those false windows. The widow of a man who died after being treated for COVID-19 with remdesivir, and a man who alleges he was injured by the drug last week sued the drug manufacturer Gilead scientists. The plaintiffs allege Gilead engaged in false advertising and deceptive promotion and failed to warn about the possible side effects because they falsely advertised it as safe and effective. There you go. World Peace Movement said X is the only social platform that allows for freedom of speech. Look at the recent events in the Holy Land. Every social platform was censoring almost every media post except X. X is the exception. That is the X factor. Interesting. Is that why it's called X? Ian Miles Chong said Lindsey Graham is probably going to force funding for Ukraine into the bill to fund Israel so he gets 2 wars for the price of 1. He's going to be so ecstatic when he gets what he wants that he'll need a change of underpants during the live television interview. You'll love to see it. I believe they will try. They'll try anything to get their hands on more money. Carolyn Coram said, what the F am I reading? Things correctly? Isn't Biden in office at the moment? Mike Pence says this is what happens when we have leading voices like Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Ron DeSantis signalling retreat from America's role as leader of the free world. When I'm president of the United States, we'll lead from American strength. Who knows? When we have leading voices like Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy and Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is doing some shady right now. LBRY said you'd have to be a clown not to understand all the 24/7 365 coordinated MSM vitriol about Putin is all about. They fear him like they do Trump. Wrecking balls to the corrupt deep state establishment and globalist net zero open border tyrants. Vladimir Putin has given Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, a thorough warning. According to Putin, Schwab is a globalist terrorist who is holding humanity hostage. During a speech in Sochi, I don't know if that's how it's Sochi, he warned the days of this elite are numbered. Putin believes that globalists, including Schwab, are legitimate military targets because they're trying to seize power illegally. He emphasised the world is shifting towards a multipolar system in which traditional cultures preserve their heritage. In short, Putin says, your new world order, forget it, it's passé. The Australian government has announced a new $220 million investment in the production of munitions at factories at Mulwala, New South Wales and Benalla, Victoria. What, for overseas wars? Because that's all our government are good for. Okay, I don't even know whether to like that one. If it was for Australians, I would. But is it? Who knows? Conspiracy bots said the core purpose of GMO food is to weaponise and privatise the genetics of nature. Food is no longer a commodity, it's a patented weapon. Because when you eat it, they can claim you. Because they patented the GMO you ate. And if it does anything to you, they can claim a patent on you because you have part of that in you. Milk Bar TV said, remember this graphic Australian ad for COVID vaccines? The propaganda of fear was shameless. Yeah, check this out. I hope she hyperventilated during that ad, that chick, because she was obviously acting. That's an actor, so hopefully doing that she hyperventilated too. Bunch of propaganda. Did you see anyone doing that? Look, I'm not even having a cigarette. Look. Yeah, I smoked all the way through, didn't wear a mask, didn't get a jab, didn't pay attention to anything they were telling us. I'm not breathing like that. Craig Kelly said, no wonder Dan Andrews did a runner. He should be personally liable for the injuries for imposing the mandate. Safe and effective, hell be overflowing. Ineffective, unnecessary and unsafe, but they still force people to inject it. New figures released, oh, that's really blurry, released by WorkSafe Victoria have revealed up to 125 essential service workers who had to take the jab to keep their jobs sustained serious injuries, with some people suffering life-altering conditions after having it. Donald Trump Jr. said Trump was right about everything. Donald Trump said no mercy to terrorists, you dumb bastards. Woke Society said throwing up Israel or Iranian flags in your profile picture is no different than throwing up the Ukraine or BLM flag in your profile picture. Stop simping and start researching. There are no good guys in this fight. This is what this person said, Woke Societies, and I could honestly give two shits about high-profile accounts with their mega throwing their weight behind backing Israel. They don't speak for all Americans. Some clearly haven't learned anything since 9/11. That's why I say it's up to you. Vincent Kennedy said, please tell me you see it. Why is this? Was that the video? Okay, there was a video of Palestinians holding dolls, like moving them around, and they had like makeup blood and stuff, you know. I'm not sure if that was the actual post that that might be missing, I don't know. Matt Couch said, Arkansas billboard sparks controversy with bold messages. God created only two genders. Why is that a bold message? That is truth. Matt Couch said, how to fix America and the world in 15 seconds. Is Alexa ready?
The President of the United States.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.
Yeah!
That was a bit loud too, wasn't it? Sorry, guys. I'm sure it's Macho Man. The Punisher IRS is a fraud agency request by Spittergate. It's a fraud. I think I've played this before.
I really expected that, of course there's a law that you can point to in the law book, the code, that requires you to file a tax return. Of course there is. Maybe I don't know what it is right then as he was speaking to me, but sure. So naively, I agreed to go off and research it and get back to him. 3.5 months later, I was at that point where I couldn't find the statute that clearly made a person liable, at least not me and most people I know, and I had no choice in my mind except to resign.
I had to leave the IRS because I presented evidence that I had accumulated indicating that the agency was violating the law and violating people's rights. And I asked the agency for a response to my sincere concerns. And the answer I got was that they would not respond to my concerns and that they would provide me with the paperwork necessary to tender my resignation.
The We the People Foundation for Constitutional Education put a full-page ad in the USA Today on July 7th, 2000. And within the body of that ad was a $50,000 challenge for anyone that could show the law. And to me, $50,000 is a lot of money. So I went after that and did the research based on the fact that I thought, let's put this baby to bed. I'm hearing all these rumors. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll answer these people's questions that are asking me, and then I'll win this $50,000. And, based on the research that I did throughout the year 2000 and that I'm still doing, I have not found that law. I've asked Congress, we've asked a lot of people in the IRS commissioners, helpers. They can't answer, because if they answer, the American people are going to know that this whole thing is a fraud.
I was surprised to hear these highly trained and decorated IRS agents telling me there was no law requiring American citizens to file a 1040 or to pay an income tax on their labor.
I haven't filed an federal income tax return since I left.
I have not filed a tax return since 1999. Approximately 67 million people don't file an income tax return.
Interesting. Awakened Outlaw said, I trust everyone else is getting the distinct vibe that all the crazy shit going on in the world is connected. It's palpable from over here. It's palpable from over here too. Carmine Sabia said, phone call I just got from someone who works with a diplomat frightened me, and not many things frighten me. I would not be in a big city for the next 12 months. Take that with a grain of salt. It's up to you how you perceive it, whether you perceive there's any danger or not. Travis said, breaking news, Judge Engoron has ordered that Trump and members of his family must disclose all entities they own to a court monitor. The court monitor is Bill Clinton, former judge. Have I read that one? Nope. Bill Clinton appointed former Judge Barbara Jones. New York AG Letitia James and Judge Engoron are able to work together and completely take control over the assets of Donald Trump and his 2 sons for a simple civil infraction when he doesn't even get a day in court or present a defense. This is the worst case of injustice we've witnessed in this country. If they do this to a former president and his family, imagine what they'll do to you. And now we're getting way back, like nearly 10 days ago. Okay, so we'll leave that there. We'll have a quick look at the Gateway Pundit and see what's happening here. If I can refresh this. Okay. Oh, don't ever give to the Red Cross. Jim Jordan wins GOP nomination for Speaker, guys. Jim Jordan wins GOP nomination for Speaker. Outrageous. The International Red Cross refuses to check on the condition of the Israeli hostages taken by Hamas. Look, the International Red Cross gathered, what was it, like $9 billion. And I'm trying to make it the minimum amount that I remember, for Australians during the 2020 bushfire from all over the world. They handed out a small amount and said they were keeping the rest for the next big emergency. Okay, now people donated thinking they were giving to the Australians who lost their homes in fires. That's not where it went. Please do not give to the Red Cross. They are not who you think they are. Breaking 5 White House employees involved in Biden's stolen classified docs case. Biden lied about the timeline. The House Oversight Committee this week revealed that 5 White House employees were involved in Biden's stolen classified documents case. Joe Biden stole skiff-designed classified documents and improperly stored them at the Penn Biden Center. He also stored classified documents in his garage next to his Corvette, which we know, and Hunter had access to the sensitive materials. Joe Biden also withheld information from the Senate Intel Committee. The National Archives is covering up for Biden. Recall, it was reported that Joe Biden's attorney first discovered Obama-Biden administration documents in a locked closet while packing files as they were prepared to close out Biden's office in the Penn Biden Center in November 2022. The timeline presented by Biden's attorney is, of course, a lie. Joe Biden's former assistant as Vice President, Kathy Chung, in April testified to the House Oversight Committee about the mishandling of classified documents by Biden since his time as Vice President. Okay. He knew about his own classified documents scandal brewing long before he directed his DOJ to raid Mar-a-Lago. Projection? Much? Accuse the other of what you are doing? Annie Tomasini, assistant to the President, senior advisor to the President and Director of Oval Office Operations, went to Penn Biden Center to take inventory of President Biden's documents and materials on the March the 18th of 2021. Biden lied by omission. So, but lying by omission means lying by leaving things out. Anyway, so there you go. There's more going on. Victor reacts, climate change worse than World War III. Joe Biden says it's the only existential threat. Really? Horror. Prominent Tennessee businessman and father fatally shot point blank in the head by career criminal with 66 prior arrests. Look, if the justice system actually did their jobs, we wouldn't have half of this going on. 2 illegal immigrants violently assault Texas National Guard soldier in El Paso. He's an effing terrorist sympathizer. Breaking Rep. George Santos unleashes on pro-Hamas leftists in US Capitol. Police detain protester in handcuffs. Biden as World War III imminent. Climate change is the only existential threat to humanity. As World War III is imminent, Biden's worried about the climate. Stop arming places then. I'm sure those bombs aren't very CO2 friendly, very friendly to the environment. Pro-Palestinian communist protests at Michigan Capitol with extreme rhetoric. Ours is just a fight for liberation. Well, as we found out, as I'm finding out, it's not true. Hamas releases propaganda video claiming humane treatment of children in southern Israel, Holet kibbutz, after murdering their parents. Oh yeah, they're looking after the kids, you reckon? Huge. Dem SOS sued for violating Minnesota law when he gave highly sensitive personal information of adults and minors to Eric. What is Eric? There's a person called Eric. Violating federal law. Eric, Electronic Registration Information Center. There you go. Wow. Nice. Not. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs tells a reporter we wrote the playbook on beating Kari Lake, says she's happy to share it with Lake's 2024 Senate opponent. What, all that, yeah, BS. Breaking, Joe Biden trips and almost falls in his face. Yeah, we saw that. Why shelf-stable beef could be an extremely valuable commodity in the near future. What are they talking about? Like a beef jerky type of thing? Or are they trying to put preservatives in there? Beef is poised to be extremely valuable in years and even months to come. It is valuable, but what, are they going to put the price up? Of particular value would be shelf-stable beef, whether it's canned, dehydrated or freeze-dried. Having beef that is still safe and nutritious for years is piquing the interest of people across the country. It isn't just doomsday preppers who are concerned. The last 3 years have caused tremendous anxiety to be felt by Americans, and for very logical reasons. Okay, so we're talking about canned, dehydrated or freeze-dried. That's what they used to do, wasn't it? They used to preserve their meat and they could eat it for months after. Yeah. Rep Austin Scott files to be House Speaker to stop Jim Jordan. Didn't work. Okay. That's pretty much the news that I can find anyway. Oh dear, what a mess. Okay, how far back can I get? Okay, I'm back further on this one. Sheila said, hey Hev, lots going on now. Yes, there is a lot going on. Been an interesting week, says Alex. Maybe the big one we've been waiting for. I'm pretty sure this is probably Menacing Muskrat, Red October, November to Remember, and Dark December. Where am I? D-Lee said, Alex just finished making the chili. Come on over. D-Lee, be there in half an hour. I wish. Depends on if you fly around the flat earth or the globe. But if it is a globe, why aren't they just going like from one spot to the other? Why do they need to go right across everywhere else to get there? I don't know. Leisha said, yeah, I finally got notified of the live. Hi everyone, happy Friday the 13th. It's been a very good day for me. Tiki Doll's waving. Hello everyone, hey. And MJ said, hey Alex, and everyone's saying hello. Menacing Muskrat said, did you listen to Trump speak at his Club 47? He changed it from Club 45 to Club 47. It was Menacing Muskrat. There you go. I did hear it just then. I hadn't heard it before that, but I heard it just then. Alex said, delicious, I'll be over soon, D-Lee. Oh, we'll all be over there if we could. MJ said, chili and cornbread. Oh. Yum. Luna said, hello, beautiful Hev fam. Menacing Muskrat said, into bread, more like it. Alex said, love how we're already onto the food talk. Yeah, you're going to make me hungry. You're going to make me hungry earlier on. Alex said, love into bread, just made 3 loaves this morning. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex. Yep. MJ said, when brothers fight, a stranger inherits their land. Queenie knew that. Oh, thank you, Alex, for putting all the other links out there. Alex said, ghost of Chicken Kiev. Yeah, a lot of people believe the ghost of Kiev. Don't know. Alex said, I'm not taking any sides apart from the innocent people. Exactly. We'll probably all be caught up in it sooner or later. Have no fear. Exactly. I feel sorry for any innocent people caught up in this, and that's as far as I'm going. I'm tending to slightly lean towards Israel. I don't like if it's real, you know. Probably is. I'm just very cynical right now after the last few years. Geoloft, how you going? Michelle App, how you going? Menacing Muskrat, the Balfour Declaration. Signed in 1948, we are the fig tree generation. 1948 plus 75 equals 2023. I'm pretty sure the Bible was talking about 70 years of rule. Michelle Epp said, hi Alex. MJ said, we have 2 Stews, Flyby and the other Stew. He's been MIA. Where you at, Stew? Charles, how you going? Where am I? Alex said, there's apparently a massive protest happening in UK tomorrow. Anyone flying a certain flag will be arrested, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sitting here going, I'm going to wait and see. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, folks, thank you. Yep, if you can. And subscribe if you haven't, please. Help me out. Alex said they're just trying to cause more fear to feed off. This could be another Ukraine. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alex said, I think so too. The veil is lifting. MJ said, lots of displacement. Kai said, much love, guys. Trying to catch up on housework. Fair enough, Kai. Menacing Muskrat said they want loosh, which is fear. DS wants war because they're going broke. David said, howdy from the Wild West. Happy campers. George, how you going? Alex said the time has just about run out, and why are they going to try and throw everything they have got? Yeah, well, that's it. They're panicking now. So they're going to throw anything they can. They're going to try and start a war. They're going to try and bring another pandemic in. Who knows? Don't do it. Just say no to everything they're trying to get you to do. Sherry, how you going? Okay. Oh, chat just jumped a mile. Let's see if we can go back as far as we can. Okay. Alex said fush lips. Fush lips. I don't know. David said love is the easy way, although unfortunately too many people are addicted to the hard way. Geoloff said doing great, MJ. How are you? Susie said Joe Rogan looks like a thumb. MJ said that is awesome. MJ said I'm hanging in there. Susie said big hugs to every one of you. You too, Susie. David said looks awful. What is the matter with these people? Leisha said, I love the guy with the big bog lips. Yeah, with the two hot dogs as lips. It looks just like, really, I don't know why people do that to themselves. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. I'd rather have my little tiny lips than something that looks like that. And I don't know if anyone's seen how it's done, but it's a pretty thick needle that goes into your lips. It's, oh, it looks painful. MJ said fish lips, aka tran lips. Yeah, well, if you look at the way drag queens used to really overdo the lips, you know what I mean? And I'm wondering if it came from that women started getting their start. Well, I think Kim Kardashian was a big pusher of that too, wasn't she? The BBL and the fillers and injectables and oh my God. Shanna said, don't get lippy with me. MJ said, Susie, back at ya, because I needed one. Alicia said, hot dog, not bog, trying to cook supper and oh, okay, fair enough, yep. Alex said, I can't believe that it became popular. So many people are deforming themselves. Menacing Muskrat said, great parody lips, my husband. I would love to see her speak with those big, oh, imagine it. I can't. I saw someone in real life who had overdone their lips and it did not look good. Believe me, it did not look good. Susie said, MJ, what is happening to planet Earth? MJ said, Susie, I don't know, I'm trying to stay in my own bubble. Peeps are volatile now, it's creepy. Susie said, Noam Chomsky has been very good at explaining what is really happening in Israel and why Gabe and Mate has been speaking out too. Noam Chomsky is a known disinfo agent. That's all I'm going to say about him. I wouldn't believe anything he says. George said, why don't people grow old gracefully? Plastic surgery makes people look like weirdos. It does. I mean, can you imagine if you passed away like that, right? Oh, no, it's a morbid thought, right? But if you passed away and had these massive lips, would they stay, like, preserved? And all you got at the end is, like, a skeleton with these bloody massive lips? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It just reminds me of that Tales from the Crypt. Oh, what's it called? The Tales from the Crypt. Corman's Calamity. You know that monster? I'll show you again. Can't help myself. Hang on, just let me... I'll just get to the point where I can see this weird looking creature. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, bugger, I can't find the creature now. Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to be searching this for ages. Ah, bugger. No, it's not that one.
You can die.
Not that one. Hang on. Oh no. That reminds me of a baboon's butt, but it also reminds me of...
I was just thinking of you too. Uh-huh.
Hang on.
You know...
Nice secluded spot, huh?
Okay, hang on a sec.
Damn it.
This weird looking creepy... Where is it? Try and make the volume go away. This thing. That's what it reminds me of. When you actually see the thing, it's quite funny. She's about to kill her husband. There it is. This thing, that's what it reminds me of. If I see people with too much filler in their lips, it reminds me of this thing. Anyway. I can't help it. Okay, Alex said, what? I've seen zombie prepared stuff going out, the world has gone mad, alright. MJ said, Alex, the masks are back here and my heart sinks every freaking time I see one. Alex said, I'd rather stay in my own bubble too, MJ. Shannon said, which god are they referring? I don't know, I can't remember what, well, I don't know what I was up to at that point. Alex said, I know I saw one today, just rolled my eyes, MJ. Flyby Stew said, hey, Hev chatters, how you going, Flyby Stew? Susie said, that's it, MJ news on Endless Loop. It's meant to really bring down your energy. The eclipse energy is pretty strong too, not going anywhere this weekend. David said, now you're onto it. Everyone's saying hi, Flyby Stew. MJ said, I don't watch news at all. That is why I watch Hev. I get the scoop, social media scoop, and some favourite truthers. I see patterns and the masks are increasing too, so Twilight Zone. Shannon said, what's the point of getting rich off everything? If everything is destroyed and there's nowhere to spend it, or get your jet ski serviced. Lol. Exactly. Alex said, this is so... It's so sick. These monsters have been able to get away with this horrific stuff for so long. Their days are about to get very long and very hot. Shannon said, that Jeffrey guy gives me the... Oh, Jeffrey. Yeah, which one? Which one? Epstein or the Marsh? The one that just wants to talk to the kids. He's a creep. Oh. Menacing Muskrat said, Fauci related to Mengele? Megala or Mengele? Alex said, he's a proper Bond villain, old Klaus Schwabby bum bum. Sue said, I don't think there was ever a plot to kidnap Holly Willoughby. The man they are accusing is as tall as he is wide and made entirely out of butter. MJ said, automatic car control, dipsticks. How are people so dumb? I'll see if I can find that. Oh, where did I see it? I'm sure it was Twitter that I saw. Self-driving vehicles. Cause, what did they cause? Traffic jam. Okay, I've got it, straight up. Okay, let's have a look at self-driving vehicles. having a bit of a traffic jam.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize that was yeah, that's what I did.
Dude, these dumbass cars don't even know how to move. Are you telling me they have no way to get out of this?
Just I love this. I love this.
Look at this. Like people.
Ah yes, the perfect self-driving cars that will stop people from having accidents and traffic jams and things like that. Cheers, mate. Good luck to you with that. Dear me. Okay, MJ. Oh, yep. Alex said I still can't unsee him in fishnets. We don't even know. I don't even know if that's a real photo or not, but it looks a lot like him, and it wouldn't surprise me. Flyby Stew said menacing muskrat. MJ said bows on his winky and gross garter and hat. Luna said I'm gonna go vote soon, so I'll watch when I get back, or have you in my ear as I vote. Oh, God love you, Luna. Go the no vote. MJ said, you go, girl. Menacing Muskrat said, Schwab spitting spitballs. I would never stand in front of that guy when he's speaking. Speaking? Alex said, I don't think so either. They had to get rid of her somehow, and why not let her be the victim? These folks are predictable, Susie. Shannon said, hold me back, lol. Darren said, the Luton Airport car park fire shows the danger of EVs. One diesel hybrid battery fire and over 1,000 cars destroyed, along with a new multi-storey car park. That doesn't surprise me. Hey Deb, how you going? 9:17 a.m. Adelaide, a little moist. Shannon said, catchy tune to bad. They need so much auto-tune. Menacing is asking Shannon, how's socks? Shannon said, Deb, did you vote no yet, Deb? Susie said, Alex, the lying is so bad they are instantly caught and the public doesn't buy a thing they say. Lame, lame, lame. Plus she sold old Shoff down the river. Shannon said, socks is great, keeping an eye on some new baby chicks. Oh. Alex said, EVs are so dangerous and can go up so quick. Did you hear the explosions? Collapsed the whole car park. So many people have been conned into buying them, Darren. Menacing Muskrat said, cool, I'll bet socks has grown some, eh, Shannon? Deb said, yes, I voted no on Monday, Shannon. I watched my mum vote no this week. She had a postal vote sent to her because she's old and, and Timmy was right. Vitamin B and also stopping the medication that my mum was on for spasms in her arm. She keeps going like this all the time. Like, they took her off that, and my daughter gave her vitamin B, and she's with it again. Like, what the? She's like with it. She's coherent. She's. What the hell? This has happened. My mum's been going downhill since she went to hospital, and they put her on these anti-convulsion or whatever they are medications, and she's been off with the fairies since then. And now they took her off them. My daughter gave her vitamin B, and she's with it. It's like she was when she was at home before she went to hospital. Even better, she's not falling over. Honestly, a couple of weeks ago, she was accusing my son of doing something he didn't do. In fact, it was me that just went, shh. And she said that my son told her to shut up. And I said, no, I didn't. That was me. And I didn't say shut up. I went, shh. That's amazing. So thank you, Timmy. If you're in here somewhere, I really appreciate that. That is amazing. I've never seen such a change in my life. Shannon said, Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, we hate Trump. Of course they do. Shannon Spear said Trump, most terrorists do. I've seen that meme, yes. Darren said, I know, Alex, they push us to buy something that will very soon be banned from everywhere. Try getting on a ferry with an EV. I never thought of that. Alex said, I can't wait until the veil is completely lifted and everyone can see everything for what it is, Susie. Yeah. Deb said, it's like the trouble in Ireland. Darren said, the true face of evil. MJ said they've been traumatised badly. Darren said, Islam is a demonic religion. The extreme, like I think Muslims themselves are okay, some of them, but the extreme zealots are the ones that I believe are a little bit of trouble. Susan said, it's coming, Alex, but no, but it's going to be rough on the way. Still so many asleep. Alex said, yeah, I know, like when they told everyone to get diesel, I have a diesel, even though it's expensive at the moment, I'll be sticking to it. I don't even like parking next to an EV. How do you tell if you park next to one? I don't even know. Oh dear. Menacing Muskrat said the veil will lift when the Holy Spirit Comforter is taken away from the world. That will be when the rapture occurs. MJ said, night roadies awesomeness. Good night, MJ. Darren said, screw parking next to one. I'm worried enough when I'm next to one on the road. One pothole could be it. Alex said, yeah, I know, I feel sorry for those still asleep, but we can only lead a horse to water. Alex is laughing at the shopkeeper. MJ has got, what is it, cupcakes? Susan said, I heard that a few months ago the Israelis killed over 300 Palestinians, but it was never reported. This is what the retaliation is about. MJ said, poor dude. Alex said, face swap. Deb said, clearly this man is a woman. George said, without the elites and politicians, the world would be more peaceful. It would, George. I highly agree with that. It would be. They're the ones that start all the trouble in the first place. MJ said, peeps are crazy delusional. Alex said, shoulders like a quarterback. Darren said that this guy is reacting as you would expect. Yeah, the guy is, the real guy. The other one pretending is exactly fly-by Stu. Delusional, lol, yeah. Shannon said, why even argue with this mental illness? Just walk away. Yeah, I'd take one look at him and go, you're freaking kidding me, aren't you? Is that you, is it? Okay, right, okay. Delete, block, and walk off. D-Lee said, agreed, Shannon. Susie said, Gaza's supposed to be watched over by Jordan to make sure neither side oversteps the Israel. Have been overstepping. 700,000 Israelis are moved in, so there's no parity. US always sides with Israel. Alex said, you can identify as a puddle these days, so not sure why he was surprised. Flyby Stu said, best way, Shannon. George said, he does not look like a woman, lol. MJ said, friend zone shim. Menacing Muskrat said, wear the pepper spray when you need it. Exactly. GLF said, to address the phrase Islam is demonic religion is no more demonic than the Vatican out of Rome because it is one and the same religion, a little difference to the Abrahamic religion of Israel. Yeah, it's the manufactured divisiveness that I don't like. Alex said, just about to hit 14th. Darren said, even if it was a girl that showed up, the photo was fake, so the rejection is assured. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand, like, with all these, what do you call them? Filters? Is that what they are? Camera filters? People can make themselves look like, my God, like they're not even them anymore. That's how most people look, actually, when they use the filters. Not the real person anymore. I miss the old cameras where, like, it was truthful at least. MJ said, hairspray and a lighter at this point, get creative. Shannon said, false advertising, lol, aren't there laws about that? I thought there were. Darren said, Geo, they are completely different. Deb said, yes, Darren, I was thinking the same thing. Nursing Muskrat said, Darren, it would be the girl with the lips Roll on the floor laughing. Alex said, I heard you can apparently get 5 years in prison if you wave a certain flag in the UK at protests tomorrow. Don't know how true that is. Which one? The Israeli one or the Palestinian one? Jeb said, not when it comes to being trans then, Shannon. Darren said, strange, so many flags have the same sentiment but have flown from official buildings. Flyby Stew said, same old, demonic nut jobs. Alex said, yeah, I heard AK-47 had hand grenades, etc. have been found in UK migrant camps. MJ said, well, a lot of them are afraid of dogs, so... Darren said, Shannon, most things on the market are falsely advertised. They are laws, but not for us. There are laws, but not for us. Menacing Musgrave said, Hamas means violence in Hebrew. Coincidence? Darren said, that's what they are here for, Alex. If you don't like someone's culture, then you wouldn't want to live in their country unless you had evil intentions. Alex said, it's young working age men coming here that have left their women and children behind. That sort of demographic that leaves women and children are soldiers going to war. Who hates us? Susie said, what is the Sydney Opera House meant to look like? Ship sails, yep. Sal said, not long to go now, Hev. I was thinking that this week as I was out in the garden. I've built another garden, so we've got 2 gardens again. And it's full of plants. Corn, capsicum, celery. Yum. So yeah, while I was out there building the garden, which I had to rebuild, I was thinking we're coming down to the wire now. We're getting very close. Alex said, I've been trying to warn my loved ones of this, and it's getting closer and closer to our doorstep. Shannon said, they only exist virtually, not physically. Sal said that Muslim leader will show many the duplicity of control and opposition. Exactly. And how you going, Sal, anyway? Alex said, not the black windows, Hev. The false windows. Remember? False windows. And Sal said, g'day, matey. Shannon said, Remdensby, aka Run Death, is near. Yep. Suze said, hi, Zal, what do you think is actually going on in Israel and why now? Darren said, our leader's a Muslim, Ukraine Prime Minister, London Mayor, Scottish First Minister. They're so screwed up. Yeah. I was going to say that there are a lot of these people in our parliaments and Congress and, you know, with Tlaib, the squad, you know, AOC, Tlaib, what's her name, Ilhan Omar, and oh my goodness. Yeah, those people. So we've got them in Australia too. You've got them in the UK as well. I don't know if you guys have got them in policing, but we do here in Australia. We have them in policing as well. MJ said, no one talking about Lahaina children. Count to 2,000. Just count. I don't give a shit about the other noise. Yeah, well, until more comes out about it, there's not a whole lot we could do. Darren said, by the time Pence becomes president, some will have already exploded. Yep. Not going to happen. Susie says, where is our other 3-letter friend? Sal said, Susie, it is the last marker before the shift occurs. You'll see Trump announce it very shortly. Also, Israel has the largest amount of registered pedos per capita, so there's a lot of cleanup going on. GLF said, never confuse statehood with the people of the land, never confuse citizens with sovereigns. This is where the world is being misled. And Deb's laughing at me. Alex said, they were playing these sort of scare tactic adverts in the UK too. I switched off and not watched TV since. I never watched it really before, apart from cooking shows, but adverts, nope. Flyby Stew said, because I got COPD, I get messages all the time from NHS for any jabbers going on. I just ignore them. They never mention to my face. Yeah, I was getting messages telling me to go and get them. I just delete them. Hey, Randy Ditches, how you going? Stu said, MJ, is there anyone you listen to that sounds like they know what they are talking about? RE Hawaii. Zal said, Susie, there is also subterfuge going on there regarding what is really happening in regards to the fighting too. There is also technology buried in the sands there, controlled demolition. Davis said, nobody was forced to take the jab. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. Come together right now. Oh, yep, the song. Susie said, Zal controlled demo to clear out bases. Darren said, how come there were videos of the babies killed yet now it's officially unconfirmed? Well, you know, deepfakes, right, as well. You know, we got them. Sorry, guys, I've got to open this window a little bit. Where the hell's the handle? There it is. Yeah, so, I don't know. Zal said, shutdown of Cabal Tech. MJ said, Susie, weekend warrior or real weekend warrior, don't drink the Kool-Aid. DDK, sometimes that number at the end of differing formats. Elusive Truth, my favourite. Dara said, I've had 2 reminders for the flu jab in the last 4 days. Hey, Wheezy, how you going? Good to see ya. Alex said, hey, Randy Ditches, can't stand MSM, too much propaganda. I don't know how people can't see through it. MJ says, Susie, Scotty Ma 10 mixtapes, he is awesome. Zal said, the IRS footage is old. Flyby Stu said, I told my oldest brother that the only problem he's got is having a telly. Amazing Muskrat said, peekaboo, James. Zal said, you're all about to be set free from the last 6,000 years of compression and savage suppression. Yeah, that's what I believe. We're going to be free soon, but hang in there because it could get worse before it gets better. MJ said, he looks like a window peeper, that judge, creepy. Deb said, my mum in Ireland has all the shot they give. They believe they have to get them every year. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, folks, kind folks, thank you. Flyby Stu said they killed my mum in 2018. Susie said, when it comes to the Middle East, my knowledge is lacking. Didn't know Arafat was murdered or that Jordan's supposed to oversee Al-Qaeda mosque and surrounding area. Al Jazeera in English, edifying. Yeah, Al Jazeera is not, they're not reliable. Alex, I used to get letters like that for mandatory flu jab because of my heart. Just ignored them and they stopped. One doctor even told me years ago never to have them. She was swiftly replaced. George said, hi everyone, I missed. I was washing my dishes. MJ said, I noticed stuff won't translate. It sucks, it did before. Zal said, see how embedded of minions are, the minions are in every level of society. Alex said, sorry to hear that, Flyby. They killed my granddad in 2005 too. The quack whispered something in his ear while he was writhing in pain, gave him a jab and he was gone. Yeah, see, my mum went to the hospital, got really bad, got really, like, out of it. And then now they've stopped the medication and given, my daughter's given a vitamin B1 and 12 and she's back. I can't believe it. I just cannot believe, oh, mate. Darren said, years ago I did have the flu jab for a couple of years. Each time I got the flu from the jab followed with chest infection, the very thing is supposed to prevent. Shannon said, Biden's brain is by omission because he literally has part of it taken out. Lobotomy. Randy Ditches, I can't read that. And Weezy said, hey. MJ said, did you guys see the Gary guy in Chicago video? They came for him and Gary was with his wife and lost his shot. It was crazy good. I didn't see that. Alex said, that's when I found out euthanasia is legal here. They just call it and disguise it as something else. Doctors have killed so many people, it's something real. George says, sorry to hear that, Flyby and Alex. Deb said, sorry, can't read your message, Randy. Yeah, me either. Sal said, Eric the Viking. Weezy's still saying hello to people. Shannon said, Biden wants electric tanks, lol. Please stop shooting while I go recharge. Yeah, exactly. Darren said, the carbon footprint of the bombs are offset by the savings from the footprints of the people they kill. Alex said, euthanasia. I got it, yeah. Flyby Stu said, evil but brainwashed, Alex. Let's pray. Alex said, good to see you, Wheezy. George said, electric tanks, lol. Weezy said, likewise. Susie said, I've heard from Aussie News that here in Canada they are going to start offering euthanasia to the homeless. They already have been in Canada. MAID. M-A-I-D. They've been offering it to veterans or people who are sick and disabled who just want one of those electric chairs that go up the stairs. They offered, you know, would you rather be euthanized? Alex said, I've gotten away with it for years. There are many Dr. Harold Shipmans still working, George. MJ said, your kittens are well behaved today, Hev. Yes. They're both on the bed. Quite comfortable. Good to see. Oh, I hate it when they get up here. It's like just, you know, they're going to knock everything off. Susie said, who's Dr. Shipman? George said, this world would be a lot better without these scumbags. Exactly. Deb said, coming for dinner, Dealey. Alex said, apparently there are high-speed magnetic trains underground. Magnetic. Trains underground, so maybe we'll all soon be able to go for that camping trip. Let's hope so. Flyby Stew said, it was a nurse practitioner that did my mum in. Was told to chill because I couldn't afford a lawsuit. Wow. Dealey said, everyone is welcome for some chili. I'd be there in a second if I could. Deb said, where are you at, Dealey? Dealey said, Illinois, USA. George said, innocent people are dying while these scumbags are making money. Deb said, it's going to be a while before I make it for dinner. Oh, it jumped. Right, where was I? I'm way back. Holy guacamole. Okay, who's Dr. Shipman? I read that one. Okay, Alex said it's awful flyby. So many of these carers don't care at all. I hold hope out, all out. Loved ones are now with God. I would always look after at home no matter what. Dealey said, I'll keep a light on, Deb. MJ said, I saw this awesome alternative for the beans. If you don't like the beans, they cube up steak and use that with the hamburger. It looked amazing, but I don't mind beans. Flyby Stew said, that's right, George. It's a big club and we ain't in it. Thanks. Sal said, have the media were passing off old footage of controlled demolitions of media towers as legit war footage. The whole Israel thing is the last marker before the shift. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying we're in the fog of war. Be careful what you believe or listen to. I tend to believe that it's like Ukraine. I don't know. Just how... I'm just cynical for the last few years because of what the government have done and media. So I don't trust them at all. So I'm, you know, if it did happen, what they said, I'd be leaning more towards Israel, but I just cannot say. Cannot say. George said, yeah, I know, fly. Pat said 45 equals 9, 47 equals 11, 9, 11. Hey, Teresa, how you going? Old birdie here from, is it MI, USA, sending love and light to all you too. Alex, I'm glad we ain't in it flyby in that club. Yeah, me too. Everyone's saying hello, Teresa. And Pat, how you going, Pat? I read your comment and then I just, yeah, I didn't realise you just popped up there. Alex said, watching someone get dimple piercing the other day on video, it made me feel sick. That's another thing. I can't, piercings, just no. I even took my earrings out. Yeah, I don't know. Alex said, good, thank you. Hope you are too, Pat. Teresa said, tweet, y'all. Tweet, y'all. Zal said, Noam Chomsky is controlled opposition. Alex said, massive lips and motionless Botox faces. Yeah, you can't even smile and have your normal wrinkles smiling with you, you know? Those ones, you know? Alex said, Crypt Keeper. Robert said, a skeleton with moist lips, lol. Yeah, imagine that, right? The only thing you've got left, because you've got so much filler in your... Because Botox is not the stuff you put in your lips. That's actually called filler. Botox is the stuff that makes your face stay like neutral, doesn't let you react to things. Like, you know, when you look surprised and your forehead goes, you get all the wrinkles, you know? You don't get that with Botox because you can't go like that, right? But the lip fillers are different. They're actually putting something in that just bubbles and sits there, and I don't know if it's like a preservative, but all I can imagine is this skeleton. And the only thing left on the skeleton are these big doobie lips. Flyby Stu said, Botox United, for fuck's sake. Shannon said, this lips would be handy for installing windshields and panes of glass. I like the suction thing. Pulling dents out of your car. You know, you get the suction, pull it back out. Randy Ditches said, Wrexham. MJ said, there's something to picture. Oh my God. Alicia said, instead of thanks for the ride, lady, it's thanks for the lips, baby. Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, thanks for the ride, lady was a creep show. Creep Show 2? Yeah. They're very similar, like Tales from the Crypt, Creep Show 2, Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Twilight Zone is a less violent version of Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, type of thing. George said those lips could give a horse a blowjob. Alex said the mother-in-law. Zal said lube lips. Robin said, ooh, a baboon butt, lol. MJ said what people find out they are married to after ONG? After ONG? Long? Zal said, that's the owner of that Italian fashion brand, isn't it? Teresa said, hey, looks like Madonna's son. Oh, my. Shannon said the Epstein Temple colours on the dress. Oh, yeah, the stripy blue and white dress. Alex said, I would rather get my news from the people firsthand. Alex said, both Jeffreys are evil. Shannon was saying Marsh. Yeah, I agree. But both of them are, yeah. MJ said, the actor David McCallum passed. He was on CSI for a long time. His background is crazy. Music industry, I'm thinking Deep Cabal. Deb said, all creepy Epstein. Alex said, that Jeffrey Marsh needs his hard drive looking into. They all do. Yeah, I think so, for sure. Because, what's his name? Odin's Men, that channel. I believe he's been into Jeffrey's private chat group thing. And he said it's not a place for children. I believe him. Alex said, I saw that traffic jam, self-driving cars. Oh. Luna said, vote done. Well done, Luna. Good on you. Menacing Muskrat said, MJ, do you mean Ducky from NCIS? Sherry said, I think so too. Alex said, probably find some sick stuff on there. MJ said, gotta learn the hard way. People need to learn. Alex said, you couldn't pay me to get in a self-driving car. No, I heard years ago that those things are meant to avoid other cars so much that they will drive into pedestrians to avoid another car crashing into one. I don't know. Maybe they've improved on the technology since then, but I still don't trust them. So when you're walking down the street, just be aware of self-driving cars or those type of things, that they aren't coming towards you on the footpath. Shannon said self-driving vehicles overtake funeral procession. Deb said they all want to go first. Zal said, how does concrete and steel burn? Luna said, no. Alex said, I think there are reams of horrible things about to come out. I feel sorry for the ones with strong enough stomach to, recover it, Sherry. Yeah, there'll be some things that I think I'm unable to watch. But I feel like I should, because we need to see it so that it doesn't happen again. But maybe not on, I won't be able to show it on YouTube or anything like that. But there'll be certainly things that you need to watch just to know. Oh God, really? We don't even know the difference between deep fake, what's not, what's real, what's not. Fog of war, we're in it. But I believe this is more stuff like the Ukraine. I really do. I just can't help it. I'm that cynical. Oh. Flyby's due set in Wales 20 mile per hour speed limit, but you can ride the electric bike at 30 to 40 miles per hour. Clown world. That's exactly right. Oh, by the way, I was nearly right. They're called Mini Maxi. It's a little rolling machine, right? And you know what this one... Actually, my last one wasn't. My last one was called a Dark Horse. Right? Which is not the same as the Mini Maxi, because the Mini Maxi is this one here. And at the bottom, it has the place to clip on your papers. How good's that? So you don't lose your papers. It's always attached to this little thingy. So they're called, I thought they were Min-Max. They're not. They're Mini Maxi. And I can only get them online. I can't get them from a tobacconist, so I ordered 2 of them. Cheap as. So there you go. Alex said, I still need to see The Sound of Freedom now it's out of cinemas. Stu said, Bozzy says don't vote so they can't change it to a yes like they did. No, don't listen to Bozzy. Don't listen to him. That's giving the yes more chance of winning if you don't vote. That's exactly what that's doing, Stu. Sorry, but I don't trust Bozzy at all. I haven't for a long time. Zal said, remineralise your mum. Have that's all that's wrong with her. Yeah, give her vitamins and minerals and things. That's what we're trying to do. But I couldn't believe how clear her head is now compared to what it was 3 weeks ago. We thought that's it. She's off with the fairies. She's gone, man. And then they stopped. My daughter actually stopped the tablet for the, the Twitch or whatever she's got. And, and it stopped. And she started the vitamin B1 at the same time she stopped the other one. So... unsure of exactly what happened, but not questioning it. Like, questioning it, but not, we've done the right thing. We know we've done the right thing. That's why I had to say thank you to Timmy, because that worked. Nancy Muscat said, so awesome, have your mum say hello, mum. I will. Darren said, Shorby wants us to call up self-driving cars to pick us up from our homes, thus getting rid of our own cars and turning roads into parks so you can't be picked up at home as there won't be a road. Alex said, I'm so happy to hear about your mum. Glad she's getting up and about. Yeah, she's out of bed more. She's not sleeping as much. She's with it more. So what does that tell you about hospitals and the medications they give people? It sure tells me that the medication was not good for her at all, because that's when she went downhill, when she went in the hospital. So they gave us something that would cause, like, dementia to try and just stop this movement going on. And they said the movement looks like it could have been from a very slight stroke, and that the movement would eventually go away. Well, then why give her the tablets and make her even more confused if this thing's going to go away in the end? Oh, I don't get it. Alex said, we have the ability to heal ourselves with the right diet. MJ said, how are you, Stu? How's your toe? Susie said, was your mum on gabapentin? I don't know what the medication was. Hang on, I'll have a look, see if I can find out which one it was. Okay, let me see. I have to go way back in messages to get a photo of the... It was either Nordrip, I don't know if it was that, or River... Oh my God, Father, I can't read it. Rivotril. I can't read it, hang on. Can I make it bigger? Rivotril clonazepam. What was Nordrip? amlodipine. God knows. If you can't understand it, why would you take it? Alex said, usually says electric on the back if it's an EV or you know the model of car, they can just set on fire and whoosh, so hard to put them out too. Sal said, when the shift comes, it will be so sudden it won't matter how asleep people are. Randy Ditches said their holy book tells them that in dealing with infidels, aka non-Muslims, you can lie to them and you can kill them without offending God. Alex said, one set on fire near me last year because the sun was too hot. Shannon said, possible false flag by Israel attack themselves to give us an excuse to go to World War III. That's, yeah, well, Shannon, that's it. That's how I feel. MJ said, Tanny sounds like Talmud, too. Flyby Stu said, Zal, you been listening to Dolores? Zal said, the so-called elites are the remnant offspring of the negative entities trying to gain access to this realm. MJ said, sorry, Ranny, damn fingers. Deb said, man left his new EV car battery died. They was in the country where nowhere to recharge. He was not happy. Ranny said, that fake reflector, son. Sal said, not at all, flyby. She was wrong on many accounts. Susie said, have you noticed with EVs, when they have to stop at lights or signs, even for a few seconds, the engine's always cut out and they stall? It's not just EVs anymore. Normal cars. When you stop at a set of lights, like my dad has, the engine turns off. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Why? For what, 30 seconds, a minute? You turn the engine off? What's that going to do? Is that going to save anything? It's ridiculous. It really is. I just... And then you put your foot back on the accelerator or off the brake or something, it starts up again, and like it's slowing everything down. That's ridiculous. But I've noticed that with not just EVs, Susie, with all vehicles now. Randy Ditches said, Alex, being under that fake sun is like being under a magnifying glass. Yeah, it's like being in a microwave. Flyby Stu said, well, Zal, it's her own research, nobody to disagree. Who are you guys talking about? Alex said, yes, so much deep fake now. Maybe that's what they were waiting for so they can blame that on videos that might come out like Frazzlegate. Randy Ditches says, still waiting. Alex said, yep, leaving all EVs, a ticking time bomb, Randy Ditches. Randy Ditches said for that Frizzlegate video to come out wide to the public, can't wait. Teresa said, all the men coming into the US are not in skirts, no wigs, strong men, no trans bar. They might agree with those wannabe a trans equals female imposter. Flyby Stu said, Alex, you mean drip? Darren said, Susie, I thought the point of electric vehicles was that they, when you stop, the engine stops. They don't benefit from ticking over. Yeah, no, they do it. Petrol cars do it. When you stop at a set of lights, they turn off now. Bad idea. Imagine trying to, okay, imagine you're stopped at a set of lights and someone tries to carjack you, right? As if you shouldn't have your locks locked anyway, but someone tries to, oh, you've got to wait for the car to start again. What if you have a problem starting, what if the car has a problem starting itself? At least with an old manual, you could just roll it down the road and then hit it in second gear and clutch start it, you know? Zal said she was being steered and omitted a lot of information. MJ said, Zal, her eyes changed too, so... Who are you guys talking about? Who was that? Menacing Muskrat said, solar eclipse tomorrow across North America. I heard about that too. And the red heifer was born. Apparently, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but there's all these things culminating to come together to something's going to go. Something's going to go. Flyby Stu said, another gatekeeper with a little information. Alex said, I've known that in the full fuel vehicles too, and I've always found them a really annoying feature. Why do they need to cut out? Probably causes more traffic jams waiting for them to turn back on. Flyby Stu said, diesel the best. Well, honestly, I think they're doing it for climate change when they're... No need. turn your car off for 1 minute while you're sitting at a traffic light. Your engine's going to wear quicker. I'll tell you that much. Your engine's going to wear quicker. If they've still got starter motors, they're going to wear quicker. Everything's going to wear quicker. Alternator, everything. Alex said, yeah, I meant drip flyby horrid stuff. Darren said you shouldn't stop a fuel engine when you stop the car because it takes more fuel to restart and than to keep it ticking over. Exactly, Darren. Exactly. It costs more, like turning your light on. It costs more to turn the light on than to leave it on if you keep turning it on and off all the time. Same as your engine. You start it up, it takes more fuel to start than it does to keep it running. Sherry said everything going on right now is a psyop to distract us. George said just look up Frazzlegate. Why was I not surprised to see Hillary Clinton involved? Fireby Stew said, well, Alex, Hillary and Humour didn't think so. Alex said, I'm sure I heard a car company is about to launch a water-powered car just like that bloke did back in the 90s and got killed for it. Darren said, Flyby Stew should use capital for diesel because it's someone's name, not the type of fuel. Is it? Flyby Stew said, Darren, thanks for that. You live and learn. Alex said, these billionaires have never liked people who create something free for everyone. Can't have people actually having a decent free life. Exactly. Darren said, lol, Flyby Stew, it was news to me when I learnt it a few days ago. Wheezy said the whole thing smells fishy. That's what I reckon. Yep. I don't know. So I'm not gonna side. I'm not gonna take sides. I just don't know. Darren said Diesel originally invented his engine to run on vegetable oil, but the big oil wasn't having any of it. MJ said, well, I just lost you guys my internet. Weezy said euthanasia. Alex said they don't call a killer for nothing, evil monster who has over 50 odd friends. Oh, God love you, Timmy. Hello, Hev. I've rejoined the chat just as you mentioned my name, remillerizing your mum. We've chatted about it, I think. By the way, Rivotril is a benzo and amlodipine is a calcium channel blocker. Kills you on the installment plan, best used temporarily. That's exactly right. Is there more to that message? I can't. Hang on. Just checking to make sure. God love you, Timmy. Yep, best used temporarily. Exactly. But she was still on them and she was just going downhill. So thank you so much, Timmy. Honestly, my mum is clear-headed. I can't believe it. I can't believe the difference. She went to hospital. They put her on that stuff. She went downhill like you wouldn't believe. They've now stopped it. She's on vitamin B1, B12. She's doing well. She's doing really well. Okay, Alex said they don't call her Hillary for nothing. Evil monster who had over 50 odd friends and themselves wouldn't want to be on their Christmas card list, George. Exactly. Oh, it's jumped again. Oh, yep, I got it. Everyone's saying, hey, Timmy. No, I haven't got it yet. Hang on. Okay. Where am I? Oh, God, I was way back. Oh, yep, now I've got it. I think. Alex said, Ali G, Wheezy. Darren said, I get that a lot lately. MJ, worst internet service since broadband came out. Randy Ditcher said, HR sees evil as demonic levels. George said, anyone on their card list end up dying. Deb said, I love your old photo on Stripe. Oh, the old photo. Which one's that? I can't see it. I can't see it. Oh, thank you, whoever donated on Stripe. Oh, Deb, God love you. You did it the other day too, didn't you? Oh, God love you guys. Okay, Darren said, I get that a lot lately. MJ, worst internet service since broadband came out. Randy Ditchard said, HRC's evil is at demonic levels. George said, anyone on their card list end up dying. Deb said, I love your old photo on Stripe. Wheezy said, red, red wine. It's up to you. All I can do, I've done. Flyby Stew said, what gets me, they all got their ill-gotten gains, and it's their propaganda about this spinning ball garbage. Ah! No. I forgot. My keyboard's on, and it's all gone dark. I hope you guys are still there, and it hasn't done anything. Whew. Okay. Oh, the ill-gotten gains, and it's their propaganda about this spinning ball garbage, so why are they still here? Why don't they often leave us to it? MJ said, Flyby Stew, that will probably have her toes swinging in the air. I'm sorry about your mum. Darren said, I'm going to keep an eye on anyone that sent me a Christmas card now. MJ said, I do not trust them at all. Sherry said, I'm on God's side, and leaving it at that. Randy Ditches said, amen to that, Sherry. Yep, God's side. Weezy said, Israel is not to be trusted. Pretty disappointed as some of my conservative friends. I stand with Israel slogans. As I said, I would lean more towards, sorry guys, I've got to let this cat out. I would lean more towards Israel if I thought it was real. But I think we are seeing another Ukraine, that's what I think. Weezy said, Trump, Biden, DeSantis all stand with Israel. Darren said, I do not need to take Israel's side to be against people that enjoy brutal open water slaughter of innocent people. That's more where I am. Just stop hurting, like, both of them. Stop. Randy Ditches said, Botox is a paralytic. Weezy said, the one thing they all have in common. Flyby Stew said, all I can say about my mum, love and miss her, and she's in a better place. MJ said, lost my dad's cousin, lost my cousin, lost my mum's cousin, amazing human, lost my uncle, dropped dead before Thanksgiving on stairs, had the walk to move into a home, my other uncle is going downhill. Yeah, see, that's sad. And I spoke to my mum on the phone and I went, wow, you're chirpy today. And she goes, oh yeah, my back's still sore. And I'm like, well, at least I can comprehend what you're saying. Like, it's just an amazing change. But I'm so sorry, MJ, you lost that many people. Alex said, yeah, Botox can make a person look unhinged. MJ said, saving stamps for Christmas cards. Darren said, is Botox snake venom? It's botulism being injected into your face. Dealey said, sorry for your loss, MJ, definitely. Randy Ditches said, why do they do it? Keanu Reeves looks awful since his facelift. Oh, really? I don't think I've seen it. Alex said, same as when people pick up Ukraine flags, all nonsense in my opinion, designed to divide people. Deb said, my condolences, Flyby. Weezy said 100%. Alex said, so sorry to hear that, MJ, sending you love and prayers. And Weezy said, Alan Dershowitz stands with Israel. MJ said, Dealey, you take the walk, you know it's a follow-through walk. Flyby Stew said, thanks everyone. Weezy said, but at least he left his underwear on. Susie said, I can't remember where I heard it, but they said that everything will end with Israel. Not sure if it was part of the end of Heifer prophecy, but isn't the significant date the 14th? I don't go on dates. I don't like, you know, doing that with dates because most of them don't come true by a certain date. And even the Bible says you will not know the day, the time, the hour, the minute. You will not know. Weezy said, sending love, Flyby. George said, divided people are easier to control. Deb said, so sorry to hear, MJ. Zal said, see you all, got to go to the shops. Love to all and vote. No Aussies. Good on you, Zal. Have a good one. Darren said it's worse than that, Hev. Self-driving cars make decisions based on what humans tell it are important to minimise the casualties, so it could drive off a cliff to avoid others being hurt. There you go. You really want to take your chance on a self-driving car that might drive off a cliff? A flyby Stu said, condolences, MJ. Weezy said, you are correct, Susie. However, that's exactly why I'm sceptical. It's been prophesied. Wouldn't it behoove evil folks to stage something in order to get the ball moving? Weezy, I've actually heard that. That the evil ones are trying to bring the Book of Revelations to life. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure how true that, well, I've heard it from multiple sources, but, you know, you got to make your own mind up in this thing, like, seriously. Alex said, I stand with the poor innocent civilians. That's where I'm at too. It's always the innocents that get hurt in these things. It's never the people who are banging the war drums or, you know. Rainy Ditcher said, wow, Susie. Darren said, many prophecies are self-fulfilling. Weezy said, me too, Alex. Poor innocent folks are used as fodder by both sides in every wall. Flyby Stu said, they old school have I roll by hand and thick and thin as you like. George said, Jeffrey Marsh is scumbag. Weezy said, Tim Ballard is sus as... Oh, they were the hit pieces. The mainstream media doing that, Weezy. They're trying to bring anyone down who is going against the narrative that they want to put out anyway. I know that. Susie said, I think David McCallum, Robert Vaughan and Patrick McGowan are all in the same club. Something kind of scary about them. Randy just said, Tim Ballard is a good man, a godly man in my opinion. And Timmy, hello everyone. Alex has said, has always made me sick, and I'm dreading being in this situation because our governments have brought this to our doorsteps, all for money. Praying for everyone, Wheezy, yep. Oh, war. War has always been made me sick. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Wheezy agreed. Flyby Stu said, Zal, have a good day. Take care. Alex said, hospitals are full of disease and misery. Deb said, Mum said deep fake with Biden for she believes Trump is the bad one. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've still got people who believe that. Darren said, rolling machines are okay for a small ciggy, but a good rolling mat can roll a perfect foot long. Wow. Yeah, I only need a small one. I don't need to smoke anything bigger than that. God help me. I'm trying to cut down, actually. Just stop. Oh, I've got to just stop. George said, hey, Timmy. D. Lee said, many American frontline doctors are saying to detox from parasites. 100% of people are infected and causing all of our health problems. Yes, I've heard that too. That's why the Iver and the hydroxy and stuff like that, you know, they kill those parasites. So, okay. Alex said, and staff that bump people off when they want the beds freed up. Susie said, Bosie is friends with Tarot by Janine and Jean Claude. MJ said, what is truth? Find Divine Interloper vids 1 to 4, I believe. Divine Interloper. George said, just rolled a nice joint. Deb said, you can now rent The Sound of Freedom on the internet now. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think someone sent me a link. A couple of people sent me the link. Flyby Stu said, George, I'm out at the minute, just ordered, but it might be a week. Weezy said, is Divine Interloper a channel? Yep. Luna said, I don't trust hospitals or doctors. Weezy said, I'll check it out. George said, okay, Fly. George said, same here. Alex said, there are very few good doctors left, Luna. That's why I love Timmy. He's great. He knows exactly, to me, he knows exactly what's going, you know, he seems to have a lot of awareness of what's going on. And knows little things that you wouldn't think, you know. George said, I've not seen my doctor since the pandemic. Alex said, I'll stick to my old diesel van with normal engine. D-Lee said, only doctors that truly want to help people. That's what I think Tim A does. He really does want to help people. And I appreciate him. He's a very, very good man. Sherry said, what if the car doesn't start back up? Exactly. Susie said, your mum was on benzodiazepine, heavily anti-anxiety, very addictive. Well, it was a diazepine thing, but it was something else at the beginning of it. It probably was. Flyby Stu said, my car is 20 years old, it's not Mr. Beat, I love it. Stu said, agree Alex, 100%, very few good doctors left, but there are some. MJ said, EV pod people in their pod cars. Darren said, the old ones are the best, everything modern is designed to fail. Flyby Stu said, engines stop starting more pollution. Alex said, yes, those that promote really good dietary advice and taking simple things like more magnesium, not just pilling people up, yep. Darren said, before you know it, you'll go 1 mile per hour over the speed limit and your car will sound a siren, pull over and give you a ticket and points on your licence. Yeah, exactly. D-Lee said, Net Most Wanted has a complete line of detox and parasite to nanoparticles inside and out. Alex said, I have 57 plate flyby and still going strong. MJ said, Darren, don't pay the ticket, car will not even start. Randy Ditcher said, Jordan Peterson, among others, put me on the carnivore diet. Past 2 months I've eaten 90% red meat, mainly steaks. It's done wonders for my physiology, my body processes better. Flyby Stu said, Alex, 53 plate Octavia. D-Lee said, Alex, have been taking full spectrum magnesium for 3 years. Huge benefits. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. It's jumped again. Where was I up to? Okay. Randy Ditcher said, wow, Timmy. And Alex said, flyby. Stu said, carjacking was never a thing 20 years ago thanks to our immigrant policies. We're not missing out on that. George said, does like Jordan Peterson, he speaks a lot of sense. Deb said, God love you, Timmy. Susie said, 3 cheers for Timmy. Hip hip hooray. Randy said, life is truly nothing without good health, MJ. Darren said, Luna, you should have given him a different colour eyes, one white, one black. Flyby Stu said, brilliant, your mum picking up. Hev, I know, I can't believe it. Alex said, that's awesome. Changing your diet or taking a simple supplement can make such a huge difference. Cutting out processed muck too. Deb said, 10:45 a.m. Adelaide, just a little moist. MJ said, Luna, I'm sorry, but glad you got away from that jerk. D-Lee said, Randy, did you change your name? Randy Ditches said, we also just started taking fenbenzidole, very happy with it. Deb said, B12 has changed my life. Darren said, it won't matter what you want to eat soon, you won't be able to afford it. Luna said, Darren, I put strong flavourless laxative in his coffee cup when he wasn't looking. Alex said, I always lock my van as soon as I get in. Randy just said, yes. I take it every day. Deb, yes. Oh, this bloody cat. Is it the other one that wants to go out now, or is it the one that wants in? Hang on a sec, guys. Oh, you want out. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. What were you doing? The door was open the whole time. Are you a pickle? What are you doing? Hey? You just made me get up for nothing. Okay, what else have we got here? The cat wants some love. Where's it up to? MJ said strong coffee, Luna. D-Lee said Alex got rid of cane sugar and nut and seed oil, stopped fake fast food and drinks 20 plus years ago. Luna said, give me the shits, so I gave him the shits. Randy said, oh my gosh, MJ, speaking of coffee, we've been getting Tim Horton brand coffee from Amazon the last few months. Delicious. Alex said, cat keyboard talk. MJ said, Kitty wants tea. Randy Ditches said, lol, sounds like an ad. George said, there's 99% of us. Why are we letting them get away with this evil? Darren said, George, the other 1% have guns. Flyby Stew said, I'm with you on that, George. MJ said, I only had it when I went to Maine. It was pretty good. Tim Hortons. Alex said, nice one. I have cheat days, but mostly try and eat clean, home cooked. I want to start growing my own next. Darren said, cannibals grow their own food. D. Lee said, when you start growing, Alex, you'll love it. MJ said, Darren, you crack me up. Alex said, yeah, I think Botox would paralyse you. Why would anyone willingly do this? Is beyond me. That's what it does. Paralyse. You can't make your face look surprised. Susie said, but Hev, if Anderson Cooper is reporting from Israel with his Elmer's glue coloured skin and hair on display, then it has to be a movie, right? That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Honestly, I don't believe. I just do not believe at all anymore. I am very cynical right now because of what we've seen the last few years. So, don't buy it. So, yeah, I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not buying it. And George has gone, Timmy. And Alex said, I would need to grow them in buckets. Almost grew potatoes once, but it went wrong. Love seeing them grow, though, and we'll do it again. Susie said, bye, Zal, will you be buying any Lebanese bread? Deb said, I would love to be in control of the EV. Be funny. Darren said, that's what I thought, Alex, so it's the snake venom one. George said, have your cat like you singing Red, Red Wine? MJ said, Deb like Benny Hill, good fun. Deb said, send politicians to the front of the war. That's what I reckon. Anyone calling for war should be the first one there, including the politicians and these rich people, like the billionaires and, you know, who fund things, you know. Stu said, Sam Newman got a facelift. What a tosser. Alex said, yeah, take care, Zal. I missed your message. See you soon. MJ said, no, Deb, let's get them in those EV cars. Round up, go girl with dragon tattoo. Hack the car. Susie said, that was kind of where I was going. The baddies are trying to make the prophecies be of Revelation fit their timeline. They're the ones obsessed with dates, yeah. D. Lee said, Alex, just don't lay on the mouse, sweetie. D. Lee said, Alex, just start with the fruit or veg that you eat regularly. Hang on, he's sitting on my hand. He's laying on my hand, which is on the mouse. Alex said, I love potatoes and can do so much with them. Alex said, cheesy mash, yum. MJ said, Donald Marshall called it. RE Book of Revelation, he told us this stuff. Deb said, setting dates helps with fear. Darren said, Dealey, Alex did that with potatoes. Alex said, roast spuds and gravy, yum. Chips and gravy even. Dealey said, yes, Darren and Alex. There you go, potatoes are easy. Xena said, hi everyone, hope the chat's been good. Sorry I'm late. Good to see you, Xenatron. Oh, jumped again. Where was I up to? Oh shoot, it keeps jumping. Oh shoot. And it doesn't help that my cat is on my hand. Okay, there you go. Xenatron said, oh yep. Alex said, I have a better idea what to do next time, and homegrown is so much nicer. Randy Ditches said in 04 during my 44-day H2O fast that they are creating wants to copycat biblical prophecy was revealed to me in that spiritual state, people blaming God for natural cataclysm that are man-made. Alex said, hey Xenatron, lovely to see ya. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, Xenatron said, Alex, hey Alex my dear, have you ever tried roast potatoes with mint sauce? That sounds nice. My mouth's watering. Why? I've never tried that before. George said, add some butter and diced onion to mash. Yummy. Yep, butter. You can do diced onion. You can add bacon, diced bacon. And you can add cabbage as well. And it's beautiful. It's like a little meal. Xenatron said, D-Lee, how's things? Hope all is well. Alex said, only with the lamb dinner, but I love mint, jelly, jam, and getting hungry. Dealey said, doing well, Zena. Glad to see you again. Zena said, talk about doctors. Have had 3 tick bites which have had to be removed each time they burn and gouge them. Burn quite brutal, really. Have you got rubbing alcohol, Xenotron? If you've got rubbing alcohol, you can wet a cotton ball and just hold it on there, and it should make the tick, like, it can't breathe from the alcohol. That's why you've got to hold it on there, and it eventually falls out as far as... Oh, God love you, Timmy! Fenbenzidol, we had excellent success using that with a few cancer patients coupled with ketogenic diet carnivore. The effectiveness improves greatly. It's a parasite worm treatment that tells you anything about cancer and its origins. Parasite worms. Guys. Fenbendazole. Fenbendazole. I've been calling it fenbendazole. I don't know why. Alex said, sounds good, George. I love onion, cheesy mash. Oh, you know what's nice? Just mashed potato with grated cheese all over the top and shove it in the oven and toast the top of it and it gets crispy. Oh, yum. Dealey said, Alex, have a bowl of my chili. Oh, I'd love to try that. Xenotron said, my internet's been really bad and choppy. No fun watching live when that happens. Oh, no. Alex, I have some gunpowder potatoes to eat soon after this. As long as they don't go bang. Randy Ditches said, yeah, lol, it was Danny Richards before and I'm Liam's for before. Yes, I remember. Deb said, wow, it's 11:09 a.m. when you called the last time. Zena, MJ said, Zena, me and Darren, same thing. Deb said, I thought it was my cat scratching. Zena said, I'm in Queensland, forgot about daylight saving. You know, the day I came on 2 weeks ago when I said, daylight saving time soon, and I don't know when it is, it was that morning. All the clocks had changed. And because this one's not set to any, God knows what this one's doing. It wasn't set. I had to go and look at the one with, you know, the hands, clock with the hands, and realised that the clocks had already gone forward that morning. So there you go. 2 weeks ago. Dealey said, Danny, I remember you. Randy Ditcher says, thank you for that, Dealey. Shannon said, voting now, about 7 vote yes signs to 1 vote no sign. Oh, really? Deb said, they're really trying hard, Shannon. Zena said, people have been afraid to speak their minds, RE the vote. Alex said, hey, Mr. Smiggles and Bella. He's just laying on the keyboard now. He's quite comfy there. Zena said, I really hope it's an overwhelming no, so do I. God help us. Luna said, must say I thought that doctor for pick on me for different eyes. Haven't ever seen him in the practice again or the town again. Nothing but a pill pusher he was. Well, glad you don't see him in your town anymore. Zena said, so overwhelming it can't be stolen. That's what I'm hoping. The no is so overwhelming it can't be taken. Menacing Muscat said, yes, Supreme Court of Canada has vetoed Trudeau's... Yep, there you go, C69. Randy Ditcher said, Melissa Red Pill the word, also questioned the legitimacy of the Palestine-Israeli war. Yeah, there's a few of us who just are like, I don't know, I don't... It seems the same thing again. Do you know what I mean? It's same again, same again, same again. Hey, Concheggy Yowie, how you going? Dealey said, Luna, the pill pushers are the worst. Deb said, I'd love to control electric car or send them in different ways they want to go. Menacing Muscat said, let the oil and gas flow again. We'll be going back to work. Yeah, hallelujah. George said, Trudeau's a scumbag. Yep. Zena said, there are a couple of Jewish rabbis who are giving very balanced view in spite of the horror of it all. They understand how complex it is, just not just what it seems. Dealey said, Peggy Hall at the Healthy American's been pointing to the symbols in Israel. Concheggy Yowie said, hey, Deb. Zena said, they have spent against the government for a while, recognising they're against the religious Jews, not political. Deb said, I would love if Albo stepped down if he loses. So would I. Dealey said, awesome, Muskrat. Flyby Stu said, didn't you say Israel last? Yes. MJ said, when I hear Rabbi, I want to know Torah or Talmud, then I would listen good versus evil. Yeah, exactly. The Torah is the right one. The Talmud is the, like, yeah. Darren said, I think so, Flyby. Xenotron said, me too, Deb, I think he should. He puts so much emphasis on this little play. And Deb said, Timmy with a heart. Alex said, I heard that, Flyby. Xena said, read both, you'll see who is lying. Menacing Muskrats put a link into C69 deemed unconstitutional. Xena said, 2 strands of Jews. Fenbendazole. Robin said, yes, you said if Israel asked. Alex said, I had to go back as I'm missing some messages even though I'm on live chat. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Luna said, I make awesome stuffed potatoes. No laxatives, lol. Sherry said, yes, Xena, 2 strands. There were some underground. I believe they're the real ones. Menacing said, can't get too excited yet, but it's cracking the Trudeau Canada editorship. Xena said, I've been using tea tree oil. Appears to be working. So many ticks, 11 so far. Oh, yeah, tea tree oil will do it too. Just hold it on there, on a cotton bud or a cotton pad, and hold it so they can't breathe. I believe they let go then. Oh, you're a little cutie, aren't you? Alex said, I can't wait to meet you all one day. Dealey said, thanks for the tip, Timmy. Yeah, definitely. It's good to know. Flyby Stew said, have you noticed you burning more lighter gas than tobacco? Yes, because it keeps going out. MJ said, Xena, I heard Vicks Vapor rub on your legs, ankles when working in the yard. They hate the smell. Oh, MJ, that's a good tip. Xenotron said, lol, so it's been 2 weeks, funny as, yeah. It was either last weekend or the weekend before, so I think I've got a funny feeling it was 2 weeks. Kanchegi Yowie said, remember Peeps' 4-corner rule? Anything inside the box is not on the page. Dealey said, Alex, it'll be the best day ever. Darren said, I hope that's before Judgment Day, Alex. Susie said, isn't the Talmud a book of commentaries by famous rabbis about the books of the Torah? I don't know. I heard the Talmud was bad and the Torah is the original good one. Cedar said, I thanks MJ because they get inside my clothes. Alex said, hopefully before and after, Darren. Flyby Stew said, so, do you think that it's all coming to an end? I think soon it will. And also, I wanted to shout out Wheezy. Last week or the week before, last week I think it was, he did a interview with Judith Curry. If anyone knows, she's the climate change lady from years ago who's been talking about it and saying, hey, it's not what you think, which was a very good video. I'd recommend. It was on Rockfin, but I believe it's on YouTube still. I'm not sure. Just go to What Is Truth podcast and you'll find it was a good interview. He's getting some good people on there. He had can I have my mouse back? He had James Corbett on the week before, so really, really good. But I do think this is starting to, we're seeing the end is in sight. That's what I think. Flyby Stew. Alex said, I think this could be one of the big ones, Flyby. Luna said, sorry, Hev, for my nastiness at doctors. I've just been bullied by them, so I get... That's okay, Luna. Look, I understand fully, because I'm the same until I'm started contacting Timmy, and he knows what he's talking about. That's all I'm going to say. He knows what he's talking about. Darren said, I wonder if Judgment Day is a misnomer. It seems... life is just the trial, so Judgment Day is really sentencing day. So I said, what I'm saying is that there are only 3 million religious Jews worldwide. The population of Israel is 11 million. Get the picture? Ah, okay. Oh, there you go. Alex has put Wheezy Rockfin in there. MJ said, Luna, when I talk about eyes, I talk about shapeshifters. Please know that. Unhuman eyes. Menacing Muskrat said, in the book of Revelation, it says, do not mess with the oil and the wiener? Winer? Oil? And the wiener. I don't know. Menacing Muskrat. D. Lee said, Luna, I think most of us have been bullied by a doctor at least once. Luna said, Hev, if you put lavender flowers in your hen's nest boxes, it's a natural bug and pests deteriorate. Oh, cool. There you go. Dr. Judith Curry, climate change whistleblower, Rockfin stream. Deb said, a lot of doctors are real problems, so it's okay, Luna. Susie said, who is in this chat also known as Wheezy? What is Truth? That's his name. Wheezy is What is Truth podcast. Darren said, Zena, that explains something that's been bugging me. I've heard a few speeches from Israel officials, but not one mention of God. Menacing Muskrat. Oh, wine. Yep. The oil in the wine. Do not mess with the oil in the wine. Susan said, more Jews live in America than Israel. Darren said, I'm wheezy in the morning, lol. Deb said, I got an amazing doctor, but before that, I just wanted to die than see a doctor. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what I'd do because I don't trust anyone here. And, yeah, the only person I trust at the moment is Timmy. And if I do go to the doctor here, it's more to tell them what I need. I don't stuff around. I just tell them. Okay, can I have my mouse pad back, mate? Okay. Kanchegi Yowie said apple cider vinegar, the water source parasite removal. Cool, look into that. That sounds interesting. MJ said borax, pumpkin seeds, cilantro. Okay, with that, guys, I'm probably going to leave it there for today. I will hopefully be back. Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to say I don't know. I'll try tomorrow. If it's not a live, it'll be a video. And we'll see when I can pop up next. Hopefully Monday again. Okay, guys, much love to you all. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Luna said, I trust Tim. Yeah, I do too. And I'll speak to you very soon. Much love, guys, and stay safe out there. Never know what's going to happen next. I think we're in for it. I think this week's going to be massive. Okay, I'll be back. Love you. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago,
even a week ago.
But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Bye guys, much love.
back a year ago.